Welcome to the Vault Excel. Thank you for joining me this early morning. Hello, Miss Paris. How are you? Just wanted to briefly talk about the live stream from last night pertaining to Seth Rogers. He spoke about his son, his concerns about the case, and just things that have been going on for the past couple of months pertaining to his son, things playing out on social media, so on and so forth. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Holly. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Hope you all are well. Well, he says he's feeling better. He doesn't want to be on any type of meds. He wants to do it the natural way, taking vitamins. Decided to speak on his channel. Thought that would be the best place to, control the narrative and untruths pertaining to his son and the investigation. A lot of commentary started off first 35 minutes or so about his child, showing pictures of Sebastian when he was a small baby infant. He was a chunky child as a baby. One thing that was said during the live stream about how time flies, that is so true. I think we all can attest to that. When you look back at your own life, children's lives, relatives, how the time flies when you look back at photographs of yesteryear. There will be a search. They're working on that. Conduct a search later on. Talks about he can't wait to ride his motorcycle. And he touched on, the shape that he was really in that people probably didn't know. And this is why sometimes it's best not to speak negatively about a person's health and what you think is going on with them, because you don't know people and you don't know what they're going through. And I don't see a doctor, performing a surgery for no reason. He had a bandage on his throat. He had tubes down his throat. I'm sure he's probably still reeling from that, because it's not a nice feeling to have any type of tube going down your throat for whatever reason. A lot was said about the boy child. And the one thing that I took from this information, which should be the obvious for anybody with empathy, this is a child missing. This is a whole human being missing. And they speak of the child in the present tense. That was also mentioned. And the father can do that because this is his son, whether you like him or don't like him. This is his child. So he speaks of him. And Mr. Tony, I iterated that as well. This was a very interesting live stream, I must say. A lot of positivity, like I said, less than 40 minutes of conversation. Then naturally, you have to go into what's negative pertaining to the child and things said about Mr. Seth, derogatory. The one thing I didn't like is the first few comments I read under the video. They were positive, but it didn't make sense to start off saying something positive to Seth, and then you would start speaking on, the he said, the she said, what they're saying. Just ignore the naysayers. You don't have to say any of that. All you have to do is just say, I'm thinking about you, I'm praying. Let me know where I can help, donate. That's all you have to say. I also heard them saying, even before he hit the live button, people coming in saying negative things. Betty thanked the mods. That's so sad to me. It is. Like I said, no matter what you think of Seth, in the end, it's a whole child missing. And I think a lot of people have forgotten about that. And in the world, we are human. We are flawed. We judge people. But if anything, you should have saw Seth as a human being as well. Whether, like I said, whether you like him or not. that is his child. And it is easy to judge and say how a person should act, not act. I don't like what they did or said. Well, there's probably a lot of things somebody could say about you too. A lot of things you're probably doing that somebody don't like. He's a little rough around the edges. I will admit that. But that's obviously just who Seth is. We didn't know that about him until, his temperament got to a boiling point. So you're going to see a side of a person you've never seen or heard when they get to that boiling point. But no matter who he is, no matter what you think of him, he still has a missing kid. That's just the story. It's a missing child. As I said, a lot of positivity said first 35, 40 minutes pertaining to the child, pictures, photographs, looking at the child in his bed, sitting up, playing in Pampers. It was a delight to watch that. A delight and also a sadness. Because you know that this is a person, he existed. Obviously, you have photographs. You have an Amber Alert. Pictures of him, bigger, but yet he's not visible. It's a bad situation. Very bad situation. Now the negatives pertaining to the commentary. Posters being taken down. That was asked. Why would someone do that? It's a very good question. Why would someone take down posters? Well, let me say this. You have a lot of evil people walking around, and they may have nothing to do with this case, because naturally I'm not going to sit here and believe 50, 60 people are involved in the disappearance of this boy. It's probably quite illogical. But the point is, there are evil people out here who don't have anything better to do. You see it all the time. Just the ignorant things that people do. Such as putting a firecracker in a stranger's mailbox. What are you gaining from that? You're gaining self-gratification to see the mailbox explode. Assaulting a complete stranger, same thing. Gratification of seeing the person in pain. So, taking down a flyer of a missing boy child. Gratification that you're doing something you know is damn wrong, but you like it. So rather, you think you know who's taking down posters. It doesn't matter. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. The fact that you hear Betty speaking in this commentary about people not even knowing that the child is missing. Well, I've said that 1,000 times about this area here. I don't know how many people I've spoken to about missing people here. They don't even know what I'm talking about. So the first thing I'm thinking is, where the hell have you been? Are you under a rock? But I keep saying this to people. With this new technology and the option of not having to have cable, not having to engage in the news, people don't know what's going on in their neighborhood, in their town. They only know until they see it on a Facebook post sharing, or somebody says, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this kid? Did you hear about this lady? Other than that, they don't keep up. Because as I said, a lot of people don't have cable. You don't have to have cable anymore now, due to having Wi-Fi and the access, the options to use apps. And now TVs are made with the apps, so people don't need cable. So now you have a lot of people who may have watched the news 10, 15 years ago, but they don't. So they don't even know what the hell is going on in the world. And so I think it's baffling to hear the people, one, taking down posters, flyers of the child, don't know that the child is still currently on an Amber Alert. That's baffling. And one thing that Betty said that really bothered me is the fact that there are no ribbons or any type of camaraderie for the child. But, we heard this with Summer Wells as well, when I jog my memory back. The people they're doing their own thing. If you've noticed this about people in general, I can share a story right now just about how people are. They're disengaged. But I'm not going to, because it'd be petty. People are disengaged. Everybody you talk to got something going on. But they want everything to stop when it's their turn to grieve or mourn or something bad has happened to them. I see this with people all the time. They don't give two you know what's about what you're going through, what's going on over there on 15th Street, missing kid, missing dog, whatever. Not my problem, don't concern me. So what you're hearing about no camaraderie for this missing kid in Hendersonville, that neighboring counties, it's the same with the child that went missing in the holler, Rogersville, Tennessee, by the name of Summer Wells. It's the same game. People flake out. As I keep trying to tell people, there are people who don't even watch YouTube. As I was speaking to somebody last night. Oh, you don't see my videos? Oh, no, that's my other platform page. Just all type of excuses. So, I don't watch YouTube. And I've told people that. Just because you watch YouTube, other people don't. You can't make somebody watch YouTube. Just like you can't make somebody be on Facebook. People choose where they want to be. So people get the message out one way or the other. But to live in a small town, because that town only has about 33,000 people or so, roughly, if I'm guesstimating. So you got to count, that's a smaller demographic outside of Hendersonville, such as the county, and I believe that's where the Proudfoots live, is the county. So you're telling yourself, damn, nobody knows anything about this kid. Nobody has green ribbons up. You just know the news, if you watch it, that he's still missing. That's bothersome to me. Boy, child missing. Nobody is rallying with flyers, posters, ribbons. Yeah, that's very troublesome. Taking down flyers. He also goes on to talk about his anger, how he's been misconstrued in a comment he made that somebody shared. Everybody went haywire on whatever he said. But like he said, he's going through a lot with the Vigil, and I'm sure he has had a lot on his mind. And that's the whole thing. You don't know what it's like to have a missing child. And we do judge people according to how we think they should act. Because I do it all the time. Like, well, why is she doing like that? Why is she acting like that? Why is she turning cartwheels in the police station? Yeah, that would draw attention. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? You're there to be interrogated. Somebody's trying to ask you questions about a dead person and you're turning cartwheels. Yeah, I think most people would probably judge you. But you understand what I'm saying. People do weird shit at the most horrible times. Why that is, I'm not even here to even try to figure it out. Chris showing up to the school where the vigil was to say his piece about a vigil is about death, I guess. Well, I Googled it at the time because that's what I do. I Google things. Even if I think I know the answer, I still Google. And the vigil goes back to biblical days, ancient times. It's about a watch. So this is what happens when you don't know your information, because everybody's a know-it-all. Okay, what's the problem now? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I can't have 5 minutes of peace in my own chat. This is why I wanted to go live from the phone. Don't even have any comments. Because see, this is the devil right here. I haven't even been looking at the chat. But I claimed this earlier because I said that because the queen knows that discerning spirit told me earlier before I went live there's going to probably be a problem pertaining to what is going on in the chat right now. So I'm one of them kind of people. I'll just keep it real. I don't need a vision, or tarot cards, or Ouija board. Just saying. I already had the premonition earlier. Just saying. No disrespect to anybody. As I was saying, rudely interrupted. Chris showing up to the school. See, that to me is a bad spirit. And there's a bad spirit in Hendersonville, as it is a lot of places. But there's a bad omen pertaining to this kid. Because why would you need to go to a school to talk about why you're having a vigil, blah, blah, blah? Well, you should Google what a vigil is. As Seth said, to talk about death is a memorial. Exactly. That's what a memorial is. A vigil is a watch by Webster's definition. Keep watch. I guess some people don't know how to just read first before jumping the gun. But that's bothersome too. But see, that's expected pertaining to this debacle with this kid missing. There's just people who don't have a vested interest in finding him. And that's what I think. And I agree with Seth. Like he said, I've been looking for the child. And that's his perception. He can have that perception. I don't know him. I don't know what he's doing in Hendersonville. I'm not following him around. I thought about that earlier. How do you know what somebody's doing to say that what they're not doing? His doctor told him didn't need to drive. And that makes sense. You got to be able to hold the steering wheel. So if you have nerve damage, is it a good idea for you to be behind the wheel of a big old automobile, truck, operating a motorcycle? That wouldn't make any sense. But you didn't know that. But it's easy to throw daggers and talk junk and go on and on and on about what he got going on. He ain't doing this, negative commentary. Shit, I'm not about to repeat because I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. The point is, you don't know him. You didn't know what he had going on. And now that you see he's had surgery, you probably should feel a little funky, a little bad. You said some really nasty things about who he is and ain't when the man actually had surgery. That's why you can't say what people got going on with their life, their health, their mindset. It's easy to judge. Like I said, he has said some things and done some things that weren't savory in the eyes of many people. But I have to also tell myself, I think we all have. We just don't want to own it. And we're not sitting up here, some of you are not on panels or have a YouTube channel to be called out yourself for the things you've done and said that were deemed inappropriate. But in the end, like I said, no matter what you think of any of these people, there is a child missing, and the focus should be Sebastian Rogers. Most definitely. Stop the attacking. That was mentioned by Miss Betty. Well, if the people acted right, guess we wouldn't have anything negative to say. And of course, what do they say? You don't always have to speak on what you see that's right or wrong, or your perception of what is wrong. Very true. Very true. But the attacking, do I see that stopping? No, of course not. Because if it's not Sebastian Rogers' story, Seth, the Proudfoots, it'll be somebody else. It's just the way it is. Seth speaks about, gangster keyboarders, typing negative things about him. People going back and forth, arguing with each other, creators, chat members, whomever. Why not get up and go do something productive, constructive about this child? Exactly. If it's just sharing the Amber Alert page, sharing that there was a search, that's something positive. If you have some extra money, that you can make up some flyers in your demographic, and you want to post them in places where they will allow the flyers, then do so. The negativity, it is daunting at some point. Because I've seen it, as I said, time and time again, pertaining to many cases, not just the children cases, but it's kind of hard to comprehend. Because as I said, people, we judge, and that's what starts the he said and the she said and the gossip. Why? I don't know. As I said, a lot of people just don't have anything to focus on. That's one problem that has always been around in the world when there was no social media. They're just people who don't have anything nice to say. They can't focus on anything. They're bitter. And you see there's bitterness in this, just like other cases I've seen that I've talked about since I've been on the wire. I came to this network in July of 19. I was reminiscing on a memory that came up on my phone yesterday. And I thought, damn, Queen, it's been that long? There's just people who don't have any focus. They don't have any direction. So social media gives them that voice that they never had. Okay? It gives them that voice they don't have to bitch, moan, complain, name call, racial slurs. But that's the way they were feeling anyway. That's obvious. So rather it be social media, they would say it in the grocery store, say it at their job, cuss people out, flip out, wig out, throw a lick. It's the same thing. Now, something Betty said about the forensics. All of that was bothersome too, because I like to know where she got the information, what law enforcement did and didn't do. Now, Seth spoke briefly about how many days he was at the Proudfoot's house, what he saw, didn't see. Guess really said people all over the place. So what you have to ask yourself, were people going in the rooms, touching things without gloves on? I don't know. I didn't hear that mentioned. When did they actually bring in forensics to dust for fingerprints on doorknobs, walls, dressers, desk? It was mentioned that Katie cleaned. He did not say, when she cleaned the house. But see, all that's troublesome too if I'm to believe that information. So law enforcement, I'm going to ask, at what point did you dust for fingerprints in the child's room, outside the front door, back door, garage door, all entry points? Because naturally the family members' prints should be visible in the house because the mother lived there and Christopher came and went every few weeks, so however that went. So what's found on the child's door, inside of the door? Doorknob, window sills, outside window sills. But one's going to say, well, there's no breaking and entering. So could it be that these people relaxed in their behavior, law enforcement, because they didn't see any broken windows, breached doors, jimmied doors? Well, we ain't going to dust. I hope that wasn't the attitude. Linen, bed linen, all of those type of things. Did you send any of those things off to the lab? His pillowcase, pillow, bed, was it stripped immediately when you got there or before the day was out? Did you dust the room? As I said, doorknobs, walls, window sills. Did you run the vacuum cleaner? That is something they do in forensics. Latent footprints. Naturally, you can only do that on a bare floor, such as tile, wooden planks, simulated wood. Did you take any latent footprints going in and out and around the doorways? Vacuum any carpet. Vacuum any of the floors. There was any type of luminol product used. We hear her mention Blue Star. So did they go in at some point in the investigation and spray his room down and spray any common areas such as kitchen, near doorways, garages, living areas, bathrooms? Because bathrooms are always used after the fact, if indeed there was a crime. So did they spray down his bathrooms? I believe he had his own restroom. As I said, it would be baffling to know this is true, that nothing was done When I hear somebody say that, it bothers me to think, well, where are you getting this information from? Because naturally, Seth wasn't there, but for what, 2 days? So how do you know what was actually done? And I can't see law enforcement telling a random person, oh, yeah, we came in on day 8, day 10, day 20 to use luminol and this and that. You can only get that from he said, she said out of the street, neighbors saying, forensic trucks, so on and so forth, to put the word out. It's basically that. Well, a lot of surgeries are 1-day surgeries, 2-day, 1-day surgery, second day recoup in the hospital. It just depends on what you've had done. But most surgeries are in and out now. That's the end thing. That's been going on about 20-some years now. Breast surgeries, augmentation, everything, in and out. Even if you feel like crap, they do not want to keep you day 2. And that's the insurance. They do not want to pay for you to stay in nobody's hospital. Even if you probably need to stay. Certain surgeries, when you're getting cut on certain areas, I would assume you probably should be able to stay in the hospital at least an extra day. Just to be on the safe side, especially when you have to worry about blood clots. When I had that experience with the thyroid issue, they kept me overnight after the surgery. They kept those little floaty things on my legs to make sure I didn't get any blood clots, which that kind of scared me. Like, okay, what the hell's going on here? But hey, they knew what they were doing, and I didn't. I didn't complain. So he's feeling better. Arm feels better. Wants to do it the natural way. No meds, which is, hey, if he can do it, great. It's naturally, people do worry about becoming addicted to narcotics after surgery. A lot of people do get addicted to narcotics, after they take prescriptions. That's why they don't give you a lot now when you have surgery. Can't wait to get back on his bike. And also, he's going to be going back to work soon. That was discussed also during that live stream. But it was so enjoyable looking at those photographs of sweet Sebastian. I must admit, I almost started crying because it's so nice seeing, pictures of a baby, a child as an infant, sleeping in his car bed. Pictures of when he first came into the world, sitting on the floor playing in the Pampers, being a mischievous little boy. He talked about how he started crawling early, a couple of months into life. Sebastian started to crawl. It was a wonderful intake of information. What would be sad as anybody would be negative about, what he said. Because I was thinking to myself, looking at some of the comments. Like I said, some of the comments that I first went through under the video after he finished it, they were positive, but some people still would put something negative in behind their positive words. And I thought, don't do that. Let the man have 5 minutes apiece. Like I said, you don't have to like him. But the people, if you're going to say something positive, keep the flow of that in your comment. Because it's a downer to start off, oh, these are nice pictures of your son. He was so cute. He's cute, blah, blah, blah. Then you go in to talk about what Pookie Ray Ray's saying, and it throws the mood off. But I guess people can't help themselves. It's just the way it is. People just cannot help themselves. As you see this live stream, I'm cool, calm, collected, even tone, and the negativity has to come in the chat. It's just, I've never seen such miserable people in all my life. Just miserable. Always something. Always something. Hold on a minute, everybody. I'm looking at something. Lisa says I cried too somehow. It also gave me a new strength of hope for Sebastian. And yes, as you heard, he's talking of his child in the present tense. He will not speak of him in a negative light. And as I said, that is his choice. Yep. As she said, it was so obvious he had surgery. Yeah, obvious. See where he had something on his throat. I thought, well, somebody probably has something negative to say about that as well. Just nonstop. And at some point, yeah, it gets old. So as I always say, and I've said it recently, we all got to stand account for the things we say and do. Whether we think it's right, you got to stand account. And that's just life. Whether you think you know what's going on, you don't like what somebody said or did, you don't like their attitude or disposition, even when you say ugly things about them, to them, you will have to stand account for that. It's just the way it is. People are putting him down and saying he didn't have, sure, because he got on chat. Well, oh yeah, the cake. Yeah, that was funny. I said to myself when he was talking about that, I said, well, the mother didn't want his Seth smashing him with the cake, but naturally he's a child. So he's putting his hand in the cake. So basically it's like his face is going to be smashed in the cake because it's going to be all over his face. Just, maybe not all in the hair and everything, but he's a child, And then kids, when they have their hands messy, they're going to rub their ears, their eyes, their hair. They're babies. It was nice. It was nice to see those photos. It really was nice. Lord, he was, and I was looking at the same thing. Seth said the same thing when I had shared it on my channel, on my community post, and I said, "Woo, that little boy chunky. Look at them little legs, just a chunky little something. Them little arms, boy." And then he said, "Yeah, look at his chunky legs. Lord have mercy." And then look at him. He grew up. Baby fat fell off, and he grew up to be a very lean child. Isn't that amazing how children turn out? Grow up. I've seen that so many times. Babies, they come here and they just some fat little babies. And you looking like, Lord have mercy. People thinking, what you feeding that baby? And the parents like, I'm not feeding them much. They just chunky. And then one day you look up, 2 years old, they're chunky. 3, they're still chunky. Then one day it's 5, 6, they're not chunky anymore because now they're running, playing, enjoying life, and the weight falls off. So amazing. It's good information. Lord have mercy. I'm glad Seth did this live. I saw him healing from surgery and the love he had for Sebastian. Yes, I will agree with you. And that's what I took from this. I try not to focus too much on the negativity at the end of the live, but yes, he loves his son, and that's what I saw in this. I put any thing I've heard, seen in the past couple months pertaining to Seth to the side, because I wanted to hear what he had to say. And that is what I took from this live stream. He loves his son. He cares for his son. He wants his son back. Because let's be truthful. From what we have seen pertaining to this child and other cases, he could easily fall off, not be visible, not speak of the child, not talk about the child, not talk to the news or talk to law enforcement. But he seems vigilant and he's visible. And to me, that's all that matters. What people say and do, it's neither here nor there. Because in the end, you are not Sebastian's parents. And really, it's none of your business. It's just not. So it doesn't matter what you think of any of these people. As the old saying, what you eat don't make me fat. You're entitled to your opinion. But in the end, you are not his parents. You don't have an invested interest in Sebastian. You can say that you do, but logistically you do not. And I think that's where a lot of people have gotten it misconstrued. You think you have an invested interest, but you don't. And it's true. Your tone and your tongue can say otherwise. Because in the end, this is a whole human that is missing. And as you all heard, the recent information of the young girl found in Hendersonville, which is bothersome to me as well, but they have a suspect apprehended, a 17-year-old male. Naturally, he's underage. His name has not been mentioned. Don't know what that's all about. Naturally, it's not good. But it just kind of hit me when I heard, remains found in Hendersonville. And I thought, oh, Lord. And then, it said they gave her name, Miss Bostic. But nonetheless, that's still a child, a minor child, 2 years older than Sebastian Rogers. Both children, both teens, both living in the general area, hour away or so. Sad. And no matter how Sebastian got gone missing, if indeed foul play, that would be even more horrendous. So I can see how a person could be angry. There's no way a person could tell this man not to be angry, because in the end, you don't know everything. You think you know everything, but you don't. And as I've told you all before in the previous live stream, a person does not have to tell you everything that they think, everything that they know of, everything that they suspect. Because just like law enforcement keeps things to the vest and they don't tell everything, another human would do the same. I don't got to tell you about what happened in 1985. Who said what? It's none of your business. And I think a lot of you are missing that. Seth doesn't have to tell you everything. Just like the Proudfoots don't have to tell you everything. And my daddy taught me that. My daddy was a shrewd human being. Some would say he was cutthroat. I tell you what I want you to know. People do what they want. People will tell you anything. People will tell you things to keep you quiet. Stop asking stuff. Exactly. And as one male said to me many years ago, I don't ever have to tell you that I wronged you. You know what I've done? But I don't have to admit it. Thought that was some poignant words coming from a clown. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's all about expectations. Because what you think should be don't have to be, may never be. And that's what's going on here in this case of a missing boy child. You have expectations of these people. And in your mind, your opinion, they are not living up to your expectations. But who are we to say otherwise? Because in the end, it's not our journey. You get mad, stomp, cry, flip out, wig out, live streams. But in the end, you don't have anything invested in Sebastian. And one thing that was said also, a lot of people think that they care for the child, but they're not showing that they care in their commentary pertaining to the disappearance of this boy. And that is so very true. And we all have said ugly things about people on this platform, behind people's backs in general. It's not even about a missing kid. But your words and your actions will find you out eventually. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. They will find you out. You may not think it'll be today or tomorrow. But this is a sad situation. Because it's hard to just look at those baby pictures and know that this was once a baby. And then this baby grew to be 15, and then poof, voila, he's gone. Poof, voila, he's gone. That's a hard thing to digest. So imagine you're the parent, a caring parent, and you want your child back. You don't know where your child is. You would be exhausted trying to figure out, Lord, where is my child? I need to find my child. I can't imagine what a person is going through. You're going to be sick. You're going to have bags under your eyes. You're going to be going without sleep. You're going to be feeling nauseous, want to throw up, heart palpitating. I don't think anybody would know what that would feel like. Every time somebody knock at the door, you run into the door thinking it's your child. Phone ringing, you think somebody's calling to tell you where your child is. We found your child. We're on our way. I don't think I ever want to be in that predicament. I don't. I don't ever want to be in that predicament. God knows I don't. And I don't want to be around anybody else with a missing person. I just don't. That's the gist, everybody. It's good information. Not all what I expected, because I really didn't know what he was going to tell us. I didn't have an idea, what he was going to tell us. But it was nice to see the pictures. I will admit that was a nice treat. See the pictures of the baby. Sweet Mary. Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. You hit that nail on the head. Very heartbreaking, that's true. Can you imagine going to sleep every night? Probably afraid to close your eyes. Not knowing, hell, am I going to wake up? I don't want to miss anything. I want to make sure I'm here for my kid. I want to be around. I don't want to miss anything. Yes, a parent's worst nightmare, especially a parent that cares. And when people act like they don't care, once again, you can't get angry at people for speaking on that. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's what's so amazing about people, their behavior. You get mad because you're putting out a negative energy into the universe, and then you want to talk smack about what people are saying about your behavior. It's so bizarre. It's honorary is what it is. Very honorary. Act like you care. That's all I'm saying. Nobody will have anything to say about you. Because we know natural, of course, people are going to talk. I mean, that's just what people do. But damn, act like you care. Your damn kid's missing. Well, what is the problem? Act like you care. Thank you for joining me this early morning live. I had another live planned. I didn't know if I wanted to go live because I had got busy this evening, but last evening rather. But after watching the content, I said, well, I'll speak on it briefly. I think Betty said something about by day 8, it was an investigation. Where did she get that from? So when did this become an investigation? I mean, it's an investigation regardless, whether it's criminal or not. It's an investigation. If you're looking for somebody, that's an investigation. So I'm going to say, when did it become criminal? Or is it criminal? I don't want to speak too hastily. Is this a criminal investigation to a disappearance of a child? Where are they, Sumner County Sheriff's Department, in this disappearance? Is this a criminal investigation or not? Do you have suspects? Well, we know all parents have not been cleared. If you have suspects, who are they? And what do you have to say? This is why I suspect this person in the disappearance of this boy. And what a scary feeling that would be. To have some type of information that says this is criminal. Woo, I can't imagine. Now that's scary to me because imagine it is what some of us have suspected. Some parents are involved. These people are walking around free. Lord have mercy. Eating and chomping. I saw somebody comment under the video talking about those people walking around with faith in church. Yeah, that kind of bothered me when I heard that. I said, damn, y'all know everything, don't you? Isn't it amazing how people know everything about what the hell is going on with this kid, but don't nobody know where he is? Oh my goodness. It's like, wow, wow, wow. How do you know that? What are you, sitting outside their house? Watching their house? Because I don't know what they're doing in Hendersonville. I don't know what's going on in Clarksville. Hell, I don't even know what's going on in Nashville. So how would you know who's taking whom to church? Please explain to me. Because everybody knows everything about Seth Rogers and the Proudfoots. It's really ignorant to even speak on certain things pertaining to all of them. Because I can't tell you when the last time a car went in a driveway, when the last time somebody checked the mail, or when the last time somebody took out the trash at their address, because I'm not down there. So how do you know who's taking whom to church? God knows. Never heard of these people going to church, so yeah, that would be very odd to some. But then a good Christian would say, well, they found the Lord. Amen. I guess. Interesting. Hello, dear. How are you? The link is in the chat. If you have something positive you can say about Seth's video commentary, hit the link. I did not plan to be on long, but I'm telling you, if you can't stay on topic, do not hit that link. I've had just about enough. Well, I said the devil is busy. He is really, really busy. And I know he heard me talking last night. That's why he came in the chat. He couldn't wait for me to hit the live stream. You people working for the devil, but let me tell you something about working for Satan. He don't pay you nothing. So what you gaining You working for Satan, he ain't paying you nothing. You ain't figured that out? He ain't paying you nothing. Yes, hope you're feeling well. Honey, get you some rest. Make sure you drink your plenty of water. Stay hydrated. I'm sure you're not gonna be out in this heat anyway. It's too hot to be outside. This heat up here has been off the chain. Woo, I said Tennessee is hot. Goodness grief. I can't understand how hot it's been. 97 degrees. What does it feel like? 100 plus? 100 plus. It's sad. I go out at nighttime thinking I can get some reprieve. The nighttime is probably just as worse as day. Light breeze come through, but then it's still sticky, hot. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh, I know you can't get comfortable. It's hard to get comfortable, especially when you've had surgery. I don't know if you're a stomach sleeper. I'm a stomach sleeper, which they tell me, oh, you're not supposed to sleep on your stomach. Honey, I ain't worried about no boom booms. I got the, that's the only way I can sleep. I'm normally a side sleeper, but I don't know. I can sleep better on my stomach, stretch out. Some people say, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Honey, that's the most comfortable sleep for me on my stomach. Man. And then you've had shoulder. I don't know, that might not be good, stretching the arms out. Then that means you have to sleep on the other side, the side that wasn't operated on. Ooh, Lord. Probably best to sleep in a lazy boy chair. That way you're not putting pressure on the arm, because I don't know if you sleep on the arm that was operated on. Oh, he says, I sleep on my side, but my neck doesn't bend that way currently. Okay. Oh, Paris, 117 in Vegas. Good grief. Winter, where, Sandra? Oh, it was your neck. Okay. I thought, everybody, like I said, everybody got an idea of what they think. Oh, Australia. Okay, the seasons are different. That's right. So it was your neck. Okay. Oh, somebody says about your arm. Aloha, JH. How are you? Thanks for joining me from Hawaii. Oh. Side sleeper does help your bowels. Really? I didn't know that. Interesting. New Zealand. Jeez. What's that 1 Celsius? Well, we've got Colorado in the house, Australia, Hawaii. Sleeping on the left side helps bowels. Well, I guess I need to sleep more on my left. Do I sleep more on my left? Let me think. Okay. I think I've been sleeping on my left. I had to move my bed around the other day. Now I moved my bed back around tonight. That's what I was doing. I was kind of frustrated. So I'm OCD. I was saying, I'm going to change my room. So that's what I was doing earlier. Resetting up. Don't ask. Don't ask what the queen was doing. Oh, mercy. I get bored. That's what I do. I move things around. Nana says, Seth, so proud of you tonight. Your love, seeing you live tonight. Yeah, it was nice. My C5, C6 blew out of my neck. They had to replace parts of my neck. The nerve was being damaged, which was causing the pain down my arm. Okay, I was wondering. See, that's the thing about the human body. Everything is connected to everything. You hurt in one place, or the pain starts in one place, and then it shoots somewhere else. It's amazing. I know all about pain. So I stay in pain every day. I just have to wing it. I don't have any other options. It's terrible. And I don't take any prescriptions. But I don't want anything messing with my liver and my kidneys. That stuff messes with your liver and kidneys down the road. I don't want any problems. Well, you guys, I'm kind of slow motion tonight. Just more in thinking mode right now. Thinking how to navigate this channel. How to navigate this channel. Said I used when I broke my hip. You did what, Nana? Fibromyalgia. Well, I know all about that. Queen has fibromyalgia. Yes, I do. I have a whole lot of things going on. Damn near four autoimmune disorders. But I keep pushing. It's the best you can do. Can't let the devil win. He's got enough foot soldiers. He ain't about to have me working for him. The link is in the chat. I know. That's the problem, Unicorn. Probably my thyroid. I think that's what caused my issues years ago, being up late. The thyroid causes you not to sleep. I currently take meds for my thyroid. Nope, not an old Indra. I had never messed up my neck before. Well, wonder what it's from, Seth. Stress? Oh, yeah. The devil can't have it all. I refuse. Mm-mm. Yes, it's terrible. The pain. Trust me, if you knew the pain that Queen stays in, Lord have mercy. Oh, the thyroid messes everything up. Yeah, it probably does. There are just days I don't know. I don't know. I've had a nodule mood in my throat back in the summer of 17. That's the incident I was talking to you about when I had the little floaty things on my legs. And they had me stay overnight to make sure I didn't get any blood clots, which, I've had surgeries before and that never happened. They send me straight home after surgery. So this was kind of weird with the thyroid surgery. I thought, why is this surgery different to where I had to stay overnight and wear those floaty things on my legs? And they came in and checked me I think they were in there every hour. I couldn't even get any sleep. They kept coming in there, checking me up, checking on me, checking. I was like, please, lady, I'm sleepy. I was like, why am I in this hospital? I can't go to bed. I can't go to sleep. Oh, that was probably one of the worst experiences because I was sleepy and I couldn't get any sleep because they kept coming in there checking on me. But I can't complain because, hey, anything can happen. What did they tell me? Oh, did you know you stop breathing when you're asleep? Oh, thanks for telling me that. That's a little secret information I'm putting out in the chat. You have to be careful what you tell people on the live stream because they sure will misconstrue anything. But yeah, that was told to me. Oh, you stopped breathing. Well, thank you. Thanks, and thanks for making sure I woke up. Amen. Amen. God is good. Hand-to-hand training, I think. We do a lot of extensive training for work. Oh, okay. Hey, Raymond. Raymond's from Nashville. 119 people in the room. Nobody has anything they want to say to the Queen. Nobody wants to come up on the panel to talk about Seth's video. Ooh, but y'all sure can chat in that chat and comment under the video. It's like, I mean, type. Oh, you have insomnia. Mercy. Love you too, honey. Thank you. Seth, you ought to take a trip. You ought to come up this way. I haven't been down that way in a long time. I haven't been to you all's area. I've never been to Clarksville. I went to school with a girl. Let's see how many people I went to school with, to college from with a girl from Clarksville. It was a church girl. I think her daddy was a preacher. Woo, she ran track. She was so funny. She was a nice kid. She was a real nice girl. Yeah, I went to college with a lot of people from Nashville area. Nashville, Chattanooga, Memphis. I went to college with people from, oh Lord, good Lord, everywhere. Nashville. I haven't been to Nashville in, when was the last time I've been to Nashville? 20-some years, if I'm not mistaken. Middle Tennessee was what? 2019, I think. I went with a relative. Her son was in a football camp in Murfreesboro. Oh, I could chew my paw off on that trip. I'm in Knoxville, Seth. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. I'd love to come to Australia, but Sebastian comes first. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we don't expect you traveling anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I'm right up the road. I'm in Knoxville. Good old East Tennessee. Hey, Deb. Where are you, Nana? What is everybody doing up? What time is it? 3:42 and you all aren't in the bed. Go Vols. Yes. Yes, Raymond. Thank you. It's like, how can you be from Tennessee and not be a Vol fan? This is the volunteer state for people that don't know that. We will help you in Tennessee. It's probably the best place to live in the United States of America. And that's just the truth. That's not me saying that because I live here. We are the volunteer state. You come here, you don't have to have $5 in your pocket. Somebody will help you find a place to eat, sleep. That's why they say it. My daddy always said that. Damn it, if you can't make it in Tennessee, you in bad shape. That's the truth. People come here from all over the world. That's why the housing market is so damn high. Rent is so high. All these people coming from California, Arizona, Washington State, and drove the rent up. Not to get off the subject, but just it's rough here now. Oregon. Oh, you're in Oregon. Oh, your tickets for 40 years, Raymond. I'm jealous. I've been in bed, fell this morning, and I'm in agony. Good girl. What you doing falling? Jeez. Quarterback. Raymond, quarterback? Taco. Hey. My other friend. I got all my friends in here. Oh, you live in Florida. It used to be cheap. Now it's completely unlivable. Well, everywhere it's like that. Tennessee is, oh, God, it's so horrible. The rent here is so high. Oh, my goodness. It's depressing. It's cheaper to live in the county to some degree, depending on, but it's still all jacked up. You can't really live in the county because there's nowhere to live in the county. You have to have land to live in the county. You're either going to be in a house or a trailer. But you don't have a lot of apartments in rural areas. They're trying to build places, but they're not built. You can't build them fast enough because there's too many people living here that's homeless. Everybody I've met in the past, let's see, what is this? July, March, February? I'll say February. Damn near every person I met from February up until April, they were homeless, trying to find a place to move. They were either being evicted, they couldn't afford the rent. It was always some type of crazy story. Jesus Christ. It's terrible. Yeah, Raymond, everybody's moving here. $1,200 a month for a house. Tacos, hit the link. Keep the queen company. Everybody else just want to talk. You and Seth could come up here and talk to me. Give them something to go gossip about. So they know they will. Oh my God, they're on the Vote XL. I never seen people stay on live stream. I told myself if I didn't have this YouTube channel, oh my goodness, I would never look at nothing pertaining to what we talk about. Not no YouTuber. Hell no. They're not going to attack. Ain't nobody getting ready to attack nobody. I control this network. I control this network. Hey, Smack Talker. Bring your tail up here, girl. She got the same name as my sister. That crazy thing. Ooh, Jesus. I need to travel. I said I was going to start back traveling. There's some places I need to go. I might go to Nashville one day. I haven't been to Nashville in a long time. I like to see the sights. That area going up towards Clarksville, all of that. See, I've never traveled up that way before. I've traveled Nashville going towards Alabama, Jackson, Memphis, going into Arkansas. I've done all of that, but I have not gone up to where Seth lives all up through there. No, I've never been. Just like when people tell me, oh, we're right close to Kentucky, I'd say, what? But I keep forgetting all the states touch each other. So it's just interesting to see all the states touching each other, how close people are to this state, this place. It's interesting because I meet people all over the world. I talk to all kinds of people. I get invited all kinds of places. If I can get to Georgia, I'll be good. I'm going to have to get the hell out of here. As my fans know, I'm ready to go. Oh, you need to smoke for what? I'll still keep a place in Tennessee. Tennessee going to be home, I was thinking about Chicago the other night, too. I miss Chicago, too, but I can't live up there. I can't do all that cold weather. I ate too bad for the cold. I wouldn't make it. First cold day in Chicago, they'll find me sitting on a stoop. Frozen. No, that's not a place for people that have a lot of pain. You won't make it up there. I wouldn't. There is no way I would subject myself shoveling snow, that kind of life. I don't want that kind of life. Shoveling snow and ice, and it's okay. I don't think I want to deal with that. Yes, East Tennessee is beautiful. It's a beautiful place. But it wears on you, Raymond. You see it all the time. I see mountains all the time. I want to see something else. Just like, 3 years ago this month, I was in New Orleans, 17th through the 21st, 3 years ago. And it felt so good to be somewhere else. I like New Orleans. I loved it. I love the people. Everybody was blending in. White people, black people. I loved it. I didn't see anybody fussing, cussing, arguing. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I love New Orleans. If I could go back right now, I would. I mean, it's not saying I can't go back. I could. I got the money. I can go down there. Sure can. Maybe I should book me a flight. The hell out of here. And I really had enough of East Tennessee. I know what it's like to live here. I can still live in Tennessee. I'd rather, as I told people in the chat the other night, I want to be on the border of Georgia and Tennessee. That's where I would prefer to be. I can shoot down to Georgia, do my little auditions, catch myself back to Tennessee, and I don't have to deal with the craziness of Georgia. Because, Metro Atlanta is dangerous. Those people are crazy down there. What the hell they got going on? Smack Talker says, from Amelia Island, Florida. And boy, do I miss it. Oklahoma has nothing on Northeast Florida. Wow. Interesting. Raymond says, everyone gets along here in Middle Tennessee. I'd love to go to Wyoming. No neighbors and open wilderness. Why? Why, Raymond? Raymond, where you want to be down there? What do you want to do in Wyoming? What do you want to do over there? Listen at me. Raymond, what do you want to do over there? There's nothing in Wyoming. What are you going to do? The wilderness. Oh, jeez. All right. Don't y'all start no mess now. Play nice. Play nice. Yeah, I've seen that. Wyoming, Montana. It is beautiful. I think all of America is beautiful. That's why I said there's really no need to go anywhere else. And right now, these islands are they're not what's going on. I was talking to somebody yesterday. She's talking about she's going to Turk and Caicos. Knock yourself out, sister. Queen ain't going nowhere. I'm not going to no islands. Not after what I've seen. No, thank you. I can go to the beach in Florida. I can go to the beach in South Carolina. I can go to the beach in Chicago. I can go to a beach. Where else can I go to the beach? Texas. I can go to the beach in Virginia. I'm not going to the islands. Hell no. Move from Texas. When you go, Joe. North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina's nice. I got a good feeling about North Carolina. Right when they were having those storms, when was that? 19, when they had the real bad storms. I was just doing a little Googling because I had a friend who was living there at the time. I think North Carolina's okay. Pick your nice little suburb. You got outside of Charlotte, Winston-Salem, all up through there. I just like what I saw. It looked real just comfortable, cohesive. Buffalo Mountain. Don't you start. I'm trying to behave. This is a copacetic live stream. This is where the queen is very mild-mannered and behaving. So this is the side that people rarely see of the queen. So This is because it's late in the morning, so I'm behaving. Okay, it's Sunday morning. This is church day. Church day. God, I had a topic I wanted to talk about. Ooh, Lord, when I get through with this topic, I'll probably do it later today, Sunday. Somebody's not gonna be happy with me, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. There's a dirty bird in Texas. Somebody's looking for their husband in Texas. He's a bigamist. Well, didn't nobody tell you marry all them girls? You're not legally married, Mr. What's his name? God, I have to look him up. I forget names quick. Wait a minute. Shorten, Mr. Shorten, where are you, Mr. Shorten? Mr. Shorten, you've got 4 wives, 2 legal divorces. I know you're not going to like the queen, but I'm sorry. Shouldn't have done what you did. I don't know what Taco doing. Taco, what you doing? Seth could have came up here too. Seth, I need Seth and Mr. Taco together and Miss Michelle. I got room for 3. 3 for 3. Come on, talk to the queen. Keep us company for a little while. The link is in the chat. Seth, you might as well come on up here. We can talk about something else. There's thousands of things we can talk about. Seth missed the other live where we got a little too crunk the other night. Ooh, that was a bad live. Got a little too raunchy. Because we don't want Seth on no lives like that. So they'll get to talking crazy. So, but yeah, my next topic is not going to be nice. I got a topic about a Mr. Marcus Andres Shorten. He's been a little dirty bird in Texas. Got 4 wives, and his wife found out that he's getting married to another lady. Well, he married her. Imagine looking at Facebook and see your husband engaged to somebody else. This is why you get a quick divorce if you can. So you don't sit around and wait for somebody to divorce you. Go on and pay the money and get it over with. And Mr. Shorten, you were quite nasty. What you told the news? I'm not married to any of those women. Well, you sound like Mr. Bill Clinton. I did not have sex with that woman. Yes, you did. Oh, Lord, Queen's woke. I tried to be copacetic. It ain't in me. Oh, Jesus. It ain't in me. I need a distraction from my poor man flu husband. Lisa, please. Mr. Shorten. The records show you only have 2 divorces. Mr. Shorten, come on now. Why didn't you divorce your wife, sir? Please talk to the queen. Because I'm sure you're going to find me like the other dirty bird found me the other day, coming in the chat. Why are you talking about me? Because your autistic son was walking outside naked, lady. Please don't get the queen crunk. It's too early for this. Please stop trying to come in the chat to tell me about the live stream. If you are abusing a child or any human being, queen is going to check you. That's it. Coming in there slick. You're talking about my mom. You mean the mother that left you in the house with your autistic brother? Alone? No. You don't get a pass. I think that was the mother pretending to be a daughter. I'm not sure. But Queen does not easily intimidate. So I was very diplomatic in that live the other night of the day. Ma'am, the police has been called on you 2 times pertaining to your autistic son roaming around, and you were not at the house, and he walked right by the cops without any pants on. It's on video, ma'am. Anybody needs verification for what the Queen is talking about, feel free to check Law and Crime Network. I'm sure the cop was standing there like, what the hell is this? Boys walk by, no pants on. Little boy was naked. This lady's crazy. You know what I should have done during that live stream? I should have told her, hit the link. You think I'm saying something negative about your mother? I should have said, hit the link. We could talk about it. Talk to the Queen to tell me why the neighbors or whoever calling the police 2 days in a row about your autistic son running around outside unattended and half naked. I'm not what you want. You will lose. You have a court appointment July 20th. What says the judge? Judge, what are you going to give her? What's wrong, baby? You mad because you don't have custody of your child, your children? That don't have nothing to do with the Queen. I didn't tell you to leave them children alone like that. That has nothing to do with Angela. That's nothing to do with me. What did the social worker say when she showed up to the door? It's all on camera. You need to have a safety plan in place. So have you put a safety plan in place, ma'am? Why you all over here in my chat? They love this channel. I don't know what it is. I should have more viewers. That's what I think. I should have more views for them to stay in the chat trying to harass me. Oh, I don't like what you said about my mother. Well, stand in line. Stand in line. Jesus. Well, Randolph. Her last name is Randolph. I don't know what her problem is, but I don't really care what her problem is. Shouldn't have left the little boy. You had some kids left alone in the house. You know, this state where I live, they don't have provisions too tough, about leaving the children alone. Older, 13 years old or so, stay alone in the house. This is no big deal. They don't have any bylaws. But obviously her child, he needs supervision because he wanders outside. So she wants someone to vent. I'm not the person. I don't have anything to do with what's going on in her household. Has nothing to do with me. You're mad because you got arrested and all that information got out. That has nothing to do with Queen. Bet she take it up with the judge. That's who you're mad at because he took your children. That has nothing to do with Queen. I didn't do it. I don't have anything to do with that. I have nothing to do with that, ma'am. Well, everybody's just chatting and chatting and chatting. Well, Raymond, I don't know. Well, I guess most of you in the chat have positive things to say about Seth's commentary pertaining to Sebastian. That was really nice. You're lost. What you lost about, honey? Well, Shelby, you can't monitor people's homes, honey. How old was he? I can't remember. I can't remember how old he is. I just know allegedly 2 children were left alone. Nice home, nice neighborhood, split 4-year house. I mean, nice neighborhood, 2-lane road. What was that? Cincinnati area. Very nice neighborhood, clean, the lawn's manicured. She's been leaving the kids alone because when the police came to the door, you'll see it on the camera. It's all on video. The little boy just walked right by the cop. I mean, he just walked right by the police officer, and he's naked. And he goes shoot up the driveway. And so this lady pulls up, a Caucasian lady and another lady. It's 2 white ladies in her car. They end up talking to the cop, and they're like, hey, they're like, we just saw this little boy out here in the street yesterday. So they were like, yeah, we were here, blah, blah, blah. So the cops were at this house 2 days straight. You know damn well you are not going to get a pass to have your children wandering around in the street, autistic or not. It doesn't matter. They're unsupervised. And the fact that he's autistic is even worse because he obviously is just doing him. So that means he needs supervision. There needs to be locks on the door so he can't get out. Now, of course, that would be a terrible thing. If something happened to the mother, father in the house, and child needs to get out because there's a fire or something. But the point is, she wasn't there. She pulls up, and a black guy takes her car because I think they cut the scenes. They edit the video. The black guy takes the car and drives it around the back of the house and parks it. Gets out, he walks up the driveway, the cop's talking to her. There's, I think, a social worker there talking, giving her the provision plan, letting her know you got to put safety locks, security cameras on the house, and she's numb. She was just like that thing down in Florida, Brianna, whatever her name is, when her daughter went missing, and we already know she killed the little girl, took her over to Alabama, and dumped her body in the woods. That's how she acted during that conversation with the social worker and the cop. The cop was mannerable. He was polite. They were very polite to her. She doesn't say anything. That's what's so crazy when you watch the video. She's like, Am I going to jail? He's like, yes, you're going. You're going to jail. Yes, you are. And she don't cry. She don't, like most people would plead. Please don't take me to jail. Please, I promise. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave the kids alone. There's nothing. No emotion. So then some woman gets out of the car or walk up the driveway. I think that's probably her mother. She's standing with the children. They're locking up everything. And she's not hugging the little boy to say, sorry, mommy, will see you later. Nothing. I said, oh, yeah, this bat been leaving these babies alone all the time. I don't know how old the sister is. The little boy, I can't remember. He's not that old. I said, this heifer been leaving these kids alone. Oh, my God. It took everything out of me watching that video a while back. I'm telling you, I could strangle that bitch. Excuse my language. I could strangle her. Thank you, So Below. I'm serious, I could strangle her. Because you can see she doesn't have any emotion. Period. That whole filming with the body cam with the cop, there's nothing there. So I told myself, I wonder what does the house look like inside? I was curious. Even though outside was nice and clean, neat, there's nothing outside. There was no tricycles, bicycles, mopeds, swing set, nothing. You wouldn't even know the children lived there. I mean, neat as a pin outside. So I was curious to what the inside of her house looked like. Just curious. But she don't care. She don't care anything about those kids. That's obvious. Because, somebody with some empathy would have probably been crying I think you'd be crying because you don't want to go to jail. You don't want a criminal record for child neglect. There was nothing. She just nodded her head. There was nothing in her. That girl, she's got hay stuffed in her. Seriously. Nothing but hay is stuffed in her. She's a stuffed animal. Because that was the first thing I said. I said, she ain't crying or nothing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry I left my kids alone. I'm sorry, please don't take me to jail. Nothing. She didn't crack. Nothing. Her face was just like concrete. I said, oh yeah, this bitch is evil. She's been doing this. And she don't feel nothing. Walking up the driveway with the black guy, the mother, whoever she is, the children, they're all walking together. You don't see her hugging on the kids. Mommy will be back. I'll see you shortly. He walks over to the police car. The cop, he's talking to her, like she's a 5-year-old. I'm going to put you in here. Make sure you're comfortable. I thought, what kind of cop is this? Because they cops don't act like this in other jurisdictions. Just very polite. It was almost like it was orchestrated because it didn't even seem real. It's not saying there ain't no good cops out here, but it's just weird. Because he's giving her instructions of what he's doing. I'm going to put you in the back seat of the car. Make sure you're comfortable. I thought, what the hell? And she's not saying nothing. Nothing. I said, oh, yeah. This bitch is evil. So I'm wondering if there have been any calls, reports on her. And yes, sister, I'm going to be right there waiting on your court appointments. And I will have a video. So that's that. What, Uncle? Taco, what are you doing? Taco, I'm getting ready to get off of here. It's an hour and 32 minutes. And what are you doing? Taco must have went to the shower. What's going on? And they ain't heard a word I'm saying up here. They talking about everything else. Well, hey T. She obviously, well, she's like a lot of people. She's detached. It's obvious. You're not even crying when the people tell you they're going to take you to jail. That's the first thing people do. Are you going to take me to jail? The cop says yes. They start crying. Crying, falling out, whatever. She didn't do anything. Oh, I don't know where everybody is open right now. Where are you all? I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go home. I am home. I'm going to check out of here. Hour and 34 minutes. You all are just chatting like you're at like y'all at the damn buffet. Y'all at the buffet down there. Everybody's downstairs enjoying the party. Queen's upstairs in her bed sleep. That's what it looks like. I'm just saying. Like, what is going on? Uncle Taco, what's with the exclamation points?
Oh, I was breathing heavy.
Huh?
I was breathing heavy. She said I was coming. My bad.
Okay, what's going on, baby?
Oh, nothing. Just woke up, saw you out.
Oh, well, thank you. Did you listen to Seth's video?
Yeah, I was in the crew. I was one of the monitors, I guess you would
call. Oh, the mods. Okay, I see. Okay, well, what do you think about the things that was said during the video?
I believe it was a little more positive and a little more in a family orientated thing.
Yes, it
I'd
was.
like
Yes,
to
it
see
was.
Seth
Yeah.
looking back at Sebastian and
Yes.
enjoying times,
Yeah.
but he did keep it. Did keep it gentlemanly, and it
Yes,
was
he did.
good.
Yes, he did. He did real good. Yeah, Seth did real good. He sure did.
I was trying to read the people, man. It was a lot of people. Sorry to say hello to everybody, but I was
Right,
yelling at
right.
everyone. But hi, everybody. How's your night?
Honey, oh, slow motion. I rearranged
Yeah,
my room. I
that's
need a
in the
man. I
air,
look. I need a man, Taco. I gotta find a man to do stuff. I get tired of moving stuff around and doing stuff by myself.
right? We'll
They
find
hard
you
to
one.
listen. They hard to come by.
They are hard to come by.
Damn,
They're
like
hard to
pull,
find men
look,
these days.
look, like pulling teeth.
That's why I lost all mine. I've been trying to find another man.
Ah,
Just playing. My bad.
yeah, don't say that. Now, so you
Uh
gonna get started. You
oh.
got a wife. You
No,
got
no,
a
no.
wife. Ain't you
I'm
got a wife?
happily married for 30 years to
Well, that's
Jack
what I'm
Tucker.
saying, Michelle.
She's in the background. Don't let her
Oh,
see
she
you.
okay? Yeah, just I was like moving stuff. I got hot and heated. I was like, I'm getting too old for this now. What about a couple years? I can't move no bed around. I'm just, oh my goodness.
Mm-mm. No,
But it was
we
okay.
rearranged our bedroom today.
Did you? That's what I did tonight.
It was funny,
I got
funny.
aggravated. I got aggravated at something. I said, I'm gonna move the TV, move the bed, everything around, and then I went in the living room, moved that. I said, oh my gosh. I said, honey, you gonna be broke down when you get
Right?
done. What a whole lot, but just I got bored. I do that sometimes, so I just
That's it. You get bored, you gotta
take it
keep
around.
busy, or you're gonna get in trouble.
Do you like what you did when you moved the stuff around?
Yes, I definitely do. We have more room. Things look better.
Oh, okay, I understand.
My puppy's trying to figure out the room, but she's digging it. Nothing
Okay.
really changed a lot. We just moved some things that we needed to.
Okay, let me ask you a few questions from the few notes I took pertaining to Seth's commentary. Betty
Sure.
Bullhorn was talking on there. Do you believe this information about them not doing forensics on the child's room and things like that?
From day one, when I caught wind of everything, I was like, well, why is everybody walking in and out of the house like in a crime scene? I mean, they
Uh-huh.
had plenty of time to scrub the scene first off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for no evidence from what I know, there's nothing in the house. Like not even a scent. Like I don't even know from the bed. Like Sebastian wasn't even existing in the house.
Well, it's got to have a scent in his bed.
Got to have some kind of scent somewhere. But
Yeah, yeah, it's got to
who's
be
to
a scent
say
in the
if there
bed
was a
because he slept.
scent in his
But
bed, but
uh,
then
uh,
he
I
levitates
don't
out
want
of
to
the
think
house.
about. Well, see, because if you say something like that, let's just say that's true, then that goes to that rumor of the mattress in the garage, and I don't even
In
want to
the
go there.
garage because
Yeah, I
he
don't want to
was
go there.
using the bathroom in the house, and well, I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to go
yeah,
there neither. That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. But I'm just saying, when she was saying all that, what I was wanting to know is where is she getting all that information?
Don't know. In her head.
Mm. Well,
It,
well,
it's just
Seth didn't say that it wasn't true.
right. I mean, that's been a problem me and Seth talk about all the time. Sebastian levitated out of the house.
Stop.
Or he was beamed out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make a light of the situation, but that's
Oh,
just
yeah,
everybody leaves a
like a
trail.
drone. He was a drone.
Yeah, yeah, fly drone in the house. Like you can't hear that, right?
But I just, in my mind, I just don't want to think these people at some point, because every day is pivotal. You leave out of house, if you don't touch nothing, dust for nothing, anybody can start going in there and start cleaning when you walk out. So
Well,
that's common sense.
you know as well as I do. When people's skin is dry, they're ashy. We all drop skin flakes everywhere. I'm super ashy all the time because I take like 6 showers a day.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, everybody leaves something behind. You just can't just
Oh, everything, because you slough off skin, hair,
right
dandruff,
hair,
all that, all that.
everything,
Yeah, that's true. That's
bodily
what that's
fluids.
what that's what dust is. All that.
Whenever you
Mhm.
fart, you put fecal matter in the air. Just letting you
Oh,
know.
oh my God,
Just think
Taco.
about it. I'm sorry,
I ain't
but
thought about it.
What are you
I
guys
ain't
thinking
thought about
about?
it. Oh, Jesus.
Four.
Well,
Your prox. My dog's looking over my shoulder like you ain't got the camera on. Let me see if she's good.
right. He ain't.
Hmm.
He
Oh,
sure
my
ain't got the
camera's not
camera on.
working. Camera
Oh,
made
okay.
sure no apps are running using the. I'm not using them.
Okay, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry,
No, it's late. You don't need no camera on. We know who you
man.
are. But
I'm just.
so let me ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Personally, do you believe they went in day one dusting for fingerprints and things day one or no?
I, I don't think they were able to with all the traffic.
Okay, but that don't make sense. It don't matter. That's your job.
Right. Here's my
It
problem.
don't matter who's in
Seems like
your house. You're the police. You have higher rank than anybody that owned the house. So
right,
if I say I need you to step outside, which that's what
right.
they would do, you do what you need to do in the house.
Yeah, I think they were too busy having coffee and crumpets and shit
Oh,
inside and chilling out. You know what I mean? I'm not.
oh Lord.
It just hurts my heart because I believe the law enforcement should be doing a lot more. I don't know why it's so quiet. From the
Okay.
beginning, I mean, it seemed like it was good. Removed from the case from day one. What? The cops that were friends with Katie and
Tell her,
yeah,
tell her, tell her, tell your wife
if you
to
want to talk, you need
hey,
to get
tell
up.
your wife to hit the link herself. She can hit her
Hit the
own link
link
and
if
come
you
up.
want to talk,
Yeah, hit
woman.
your own link.
It's your own link. This is my
Yeah,
link.
hit your own link and come up.
Yeah,
So
so
that way she don't talk over
I,
you. Yeah.
I just feel like it was just everything was just conducted wrong, and now his daughter's at the house, and how can they allow another kid in the house when another child's missing from
No,
the
I don't agree with that either. I especially don't understand that.
I don't understand. You're putting that child in jeopardy if something did
But
happen.
you heard somebody was in the chat. I mean, somebody on his channel put a comment after he, ended the live, and I
Mm-hmm.
was reading the comments, and somebody had said something about how dare she take her to church and ask herself, do you think these people should be arrested? Which I don't think they should have been putting that in the comments, but that's
Mm-hmm.
like talking to a child. Oh, I never heard of Katie and him going to church, so I do find that interesting. They're taking the child to church. Wow, if that's true.
Yeah, I mean the church comment when it was told to Seth about if you want to find Sebastian, go to church. That's all the church comments really hurt my heart
Mm-hmm.
because I've been doing some. I don't live over there in Tennessee. I got a lot of friends that live out in Sevierville,
Yeah.
and they're discussing to me about that gentleman who tries to do the exorcisms in
Say what?
that area. There's a person in. I believe if you Google exorcisms in Tennessee, it'll bring you to a couple pastors in Sumner County
Uh,
that thinks that people with missing chromosomes are demons and they should be exorcised.
mm-hmm.
So if the comments about churches just makes me worried if he's been snagged up by anything like that, thinking that he
Yeah.
might be exorcised
Well,
and
I
craziness.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, just
Because the
weird
way
stuff.
that it looks like they you ain't getting no
Yeah,
scent.
yeah.
Ain't nobody snatched you. How am I gonna snatch you?
Right. How you going to come up in a house and just
Yeah,
have everybody
I didn't
sniff a
break
rag of
in,
chloroform?
but I didn't break in. I didn't break a window or a door. I didn't breach a door. So he wasn't kidnapped.
Yeah, and I was working with a security agency at the time, so I don't. It's so weird, man. It's the whole situation. Is I
Yeah, it's
just can't wake
depressing.
up the
But it's
next
so
day
depressing.
and my grandson would stay your lot just not be here. I mean, I would be turning the whole neighborhood of West Tulsa upside down.
Yeah. And I don't think it's just like what was said during the live stream. This is a whole child. No matter what you think of any of these parents, he is a whole child, a whole
Yeah,
person. When he shows these pictures, it shows he came into the world, he was born, he has a mother and a father, he lived
and
to be 15.
and
So
he's alone.
and he's missing. Yeah, it's depressing because it's like I almost started crying looking at those pictures because first thing I said when I saw him lying down, I said, "Oh, look at them chunky legs!
Yeah, he was a hefty
Oh
one.
my goodness!"
When they came to visit me for the first time, he had narrowed up and gotten a little taller. I was like, wow, look at him. He's growing.
Yes, just a chunky little baby. I said, and look at how the time fly by. Then little baby's chunky. Then the weight starts to fall off. They're running around. They're active. Next thing you know, he's a thin boy growing up.
Yeah, a regular boy.
A regular boy.
A regular boy.
Oh, wow.
But didn't like to get his feet dirty. Just bottom line.
Just a cute little boy.
Just a good kid.
Sad. So as I was saying to the people in the live, you know, you scratch what you feel for both of these, all three, you know, the parents. It's still a whole human missing. You can't tell a person how to feel about their child. It was mentioned, you know, by Tony, that they like to talk about the boy in the present tense. I can't tell this man not to say that or feel that. That's his child.
Right.
But it's just sad because those pictures, you know what I'm saying? It really tugs at you if you have any empathy.
If you have any type of empathy or coof in your life, you're gonna look at that. You know what I'm saying? It's something to look back at.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a soul, a living soul, and it is a loved one, and he's missed.
Yeah. Well, Unicorn, you're right. These are real people. That is true. They are real people. It's a real child. And I was thinking about the comments about the peanut butter. I was thinking, you're right. You could toast anything on bread.
You can.
That is true.
And peanut butter does go on a lot of stuff.
Well, and peanut butter goes a long way when you don't have anything else. That's true, too.
Boy, I tell you what.
Amen. If you don't have anything else but some peanut butter and some bread.
I remember the spoon and peanut butter. I remember doing that.
Well, you can do that, too. You ain't got no bread and no crackers.
Yep. Mix some peanut butter and jelly in a bowl. Have it up.
Never done that. Peanut butter and jelly in a bowl. I've eaten peanut butter and saltine crackers before. I've done it months ago.
Good damage.
Right. I've done it too with the coffee.
Uh-huh.
I've done it too with I've done peanut butter crackers and coffee.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I'm a coffee drinker.
Gotta have that.
Say, no, we have not been questioned, and we've called, and they have not.
No, we're waiting for them. I'm waiting for Ellie to even try to get with Tulsa. They're taking subpoenas back to Tennessee. I was like, it's my free trip.
Well, hold on a minute. Why does Taco need to be questioned by the LA for what?
For a free trip to Tennessee?
No, I'm just saying, but why does the police need to question somebody all the way in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. I have no idea why.
I'm saying, why would somebody need to talk to him? Investigation outside of a runaway. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for them just to come and ask me a question.
I mean, they're only going to come to you if they have a reason to question you.
Right.
That's it.
And I have nothing to hide.
It could have been parked out here.
Yeah, it could have been some of the vehicles, the weird vehicles, been parked out in front of my house.
No, not peanut butter. Not peanut butter in coffee. Peanut butter sandwiches and coffee.
There you go.
Not in the coffee.
Wow. Just sprinkle some coffee on it. It's crunchy. Crunchy, grainy. Peanut butter. Hey, there you go. We just started a new energy peanut butter with extra coffee.
Yeah, that kind of broke me down listening to that talk about.
I just want peace for my friend, and I want peace for Sebastian.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to get no peace. He's not going to get no peace till he gets some answers.
Right. He's got to get the answers, and the right things have got to happen.
Yeah. What about the signs? She talked about the signs being took down and
that's wild.
No bowls, no green bowls in the town. I don't understand that. It's no camaraderie there. To me, it's like Summer Wells' case. The people are just going about their daily lives. You understand what I'm saying? They're just doing that.
Yeah, and the point of it, there's a lot of communities that don't even know that Sebastian's even.
But they don't. I'm telling you. I have talked to people about people missing in this area years ago, and they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. They still don't know. They still don't know Sebastian is missing.
I told Seth that I would rent a friggin' traffic control sign, and I'll say, "Where's Sebastian?" and pull it 150 feet in the air so everybody can see it.
Yeah, there are a lot of people right here in Tennessee. They don't know that Sebastian is missing. They don't know that other children are missing and other people are missing because people aren't paying attention. Like I said, we're in a modern day with this Wi-Fi business, so people aren't watching cable, regular TV. So they don't keep up with stuff that's going on. They're not even keeping up with the stuff going on in their own city to know that hell, somebody had a car wreck and they died. They don't know nothing.
Current events. They have no idea. There's no local news no more. It's been destroyed. Who
Well,
watches
Smack
local
Talker,
news anymore?
Smack Talker, hit the link and come up on your own
Yeah,
phone, girl, or
I'm talking in
computer.
the background, all hiding like a ninja. What's wrong with you, woman?
She ain't gotta show herself. She know
You ain't
that.
got to show. I ain't showing nothing. We ain't showing nothing. By the way, there was a naked man on I-90 today running up and down the street. Just I don't understand why
I guess
anybody would do that.
I guess he was looking for some air conditioning.
Hey, something like that. But it's nice and cool up there.
Oh my God! Say what?
It's nice and cool up there in Washington State.
Oh, Washington State. Yeah,
Yeah, in
I
where
still
it
can see it
happened in
being hot up
Creellum,
there
it's like
though.
80 degrees.
Oh Lord, have
So it
mercy.
would be more cold than hot. You know, I don't understand why. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
weird.
Brady, there people don't keep up with these stories. And then the news of your area has to report that somebody's missing and
Right.
talk about it. You're not going to know in North Carolina or New York that a boy's missing in Middle Tennessee. How would you know that? You would know that.
Mm-mm. It's the word of mouth right now.
Somebody says it is illegal to hang signs on light poles in Tennessee, and uh,
Apparently it is.
Betty knows that. Well, I don't know what she knows, but if it's against the law, then they'll take them down then.
We all have to know the laws before we start.
Well, and that's what I was telling people about searching. It's not to knock anybody searching, but you do need to know, common sense things because you don't want to get yourself hurt. You don't want to get yourself, fall in a sinkhole. You do need to be aware of things when you start searching. And
And you
people
don't
are
need to
funny
disrupt
about their
anybody.
property.
Right. Don't disrupt anybody's personal projects. It's
Yeah,
good to look.
and
It's
this
like
is just,
you're on Pawn Stars. You can look
yeah,
like you can
rural
look, but you
America.
can't touch.
You can't just walk on property too just because it's open and you say, well, ain't no house there, ain't no barn there, it don't matter.
Right. Or
You just
that's
can't
especially
walk
in the
on
name
there.
of Sebastian and go steal shit. So that's not right.
Say what?
Don't get on property, find something you want, steal it in the name of Sebastian. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Tucker, where you going with that?
The riffraff, the people that just causes problems for everything. The people like to overturn stuff and leave it messed up. When you go see stuff, you put it back to where you found it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't make a mess of people's
Oh, you
property.
talking about touching stuff and moving it?
Yeah, like
You
if you're
can't do
searching the
that.
property. People just looking through people's sheds and going through stuff
You
and not
can't
doing.
do that.
Cannot. You cannot do that. You can
You've
look.
heard that. Listen, you've heard that done.
I've heard people talk about people's properties being ramaged in the
Oh
name
yeah,
of
when you
Sebastian.
want an ass whooping.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah,
And you're
you
putting a
can't go
gun to
on
someone
private
else's
property.
child
You're
that's
not
missing
supposed to go on
James.
private property. Period. It don't matter if you go on the stand and just look
Right, just look.
and stare
You
and
don't.
stare into the air.
They
Come
don't
on.
own the air, so fly a kite.
Oh Lord mercy.
Man, people these days, man, it's just we're more all electronic.
Woo.
I'm getting my meta glasses in a week.
You know what?
My meta glasses,
What's
my
that?
Ray Bans. I guess I can go live streaming with my glasses on my head.
Oh shit. So crazy.
As you search for
I
Sebastian.
was
What am I
searching
doing
for
with you?
Sebastian.
I
Yeah, I
can't.
don't know. If Ellie wants to come here and talk to me, they need to resource their money into finding Sebastian, not coming to talk to me. They can call me if they want to talk to me.
Listen, I got a funny feeling they don't
Huh?
have a reason to come talk to you about the boy, okay?
Hell no, they don't want me in Tennessee.
No, the point is, if they wanted to talk to you, they'd been there already.
They would have already been here.
They already been there.
I haven't been hiding. I've been calling Ellie, telling them my ideas about what I've been looking over, watching. A lot of the places that I told them to look, it's been looked. People have searched where I've been saying to look at certain places. This is where I feel. I'm still worried about that tunnel, but when I get there, I'll find that.
What tunnel?
On the river, when you're on Boots and River. I'm sorry, I was taking a drink. On the show, when you're on the river on a boat, they come up on like a tin horn, like a 10-foot tin horn.
Mm.
And they
Okay.
walked up to it, and then they walked away from it. I was never found out what was up with that hole, but there was a lot of subterranean sewer systems in older towns. A lot of sewer lines that lead into bigger pipes, and it blows out into the local river. I guess the Columbia is right there, right?
What, Tennessee?
Yeah.
See, I'm not familiar with that area.
Okay.
I've heard of Columbia, Tennessee, but I haven't gone uh up in that area where Sebastian lived or where Seth lived. I've only
Mhm.
gone as far as Nashville and the area going towards Alabama and Memphis.
Yeah, I've driven through Tennessee and I've been
Yeah,
to
I
Louisville,
haven't gone up to the area where
where they are.
where they are. No, I ain't going up there. That in that direction.
Right.
Maybe one day, but
Not anytime soon.
your wife back there whispering.
Yeah, smack talkers still trying to talk.
I don't know why she won't hit the link. What's the problem?
She's chiefing.
No, I don't feel good.
She don't feel good. You know how to video, baby.
I know, I still don't feel good.
All she got to do is hit the link. My
All you gotta do
God.
is hit the link like I did. Be brave.
Yeah, on her own phone or computer.
We're all on our phones. We got iPhone 15s,
What I'm saying, she can hit the link on her own phone.
right? Yeah. See, I'm playing. I'm just playing
And
with
she
you,
can
baby.
just talk freely. It's no big deal.
It's free. That's all we're doing is chatting. Not talking about nothing but current stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm glad that tonight was positive. As I told Seth beforehand, it's all right, be P's and Q's. Let's be gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it happened out that way.
Yeah, it was a good live. It was a good live stream. I was glad to see the pictures of the baby when he was little, and oh Lord,
All through the years. I remember
it's a
being,
lot to digest though. Looking at those photographs,
it was heart-wrenching.
it is heart wrenching because he existed. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
It's so sad that it feels like
I just couldn't imagine.
I can't go camping.
I don't want to be in his shoes. I would never want to be in a person's shoes
Exactly.
trying to find their child missing. You are not getting along with the other participants that are supposed to be caring about the child, searching for the child. That would be a lot. Because I know me, and I know my attitude. It'd be some smoke.
Man,
I'd have to literally blank the F out in order not
definitely
to end up in jail.
Sedated, like I don't know.
I would have to be sedated. Somebody would have to be giving me some heavy meds or something because I would just blank the fuck out. Excuse my language. But it would be a bad damn day for somebody else. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I would be, honey, I'm gonna snatch you up by your damn collar.
Man, no stone unturned.
Yeah. They would hate me. They'd be like, oh yeah, you got to watch her.
Yeah.
Damn right. Because I'd probably be just like a stalker. I'd be outside your house watching, looking. The police got to come up and tell me to move along. Hey, you don't want to go to jail, do you? And I'm like, I want my damn baby.
Yeah, definitely. Like the whole neighborhood there. Chris Proudfoot had to come out and talk to me.
It'd just be a bad day.
Yeah. It's just so
bad day.
I just don't know. I just don't get it. Like all the other children that have been coming up missing. Like Ellie just don't give a shit about how the kids are treated in Central Tennessee. Sorry to state it, but come on, how many kids are being found now that Sebastian's been missing? How many people have been found in that area? It's really sad. They're not finding them. If they are finding them, they should have found them when they first come up missing, right? Not we didn't walk down that street. This is crazy.
It's a lot to look at. I mean, just imagine being here. This is worse because this terrain here is worse than Middle Tennessee and going down Jackson where it's flat. Up here, this will be a horrible place during summer months, summer months, and the person go missing. Oh my God, you couldn't get through the brush; it'd be too steep.
Yeah, and then all the cave systems.
Yeah,
all the subterranean systems there.
Yeah, East Tennessee is a horrible place to be trying to find somebody.
That's a terrible place to get missing. I remember seeing them old hillbillies.
That's why when it comes to searching in places like this, that's why they don't want outside help because they don't want to lose people searching. You can get lost up here in the wilderness. Trust me, East Tennessee, you don't want to get lost up here.
Man, I watch movies. I've seen The Hills Have Eyes.
That's what you thought.
Come on now.
So crazy. Not heels have eyes. I cannot believe you just said that. But
Man,
I'm serious. This is not somewhere you want to get lost. I'm telling you.
no, it's not. Nowhere. It's very
This is
dangerous
horrible.
terrain.
This is a horrible place to go venture off and then think you try to wind your way back out.
Right.
Oh no. No.
You don't find out how small you are until you see how little you are amongst
Right.
what the man has put down for us to see.
So Seth sounded okay to you?
He does sound better. He does. He
Mm.
has a better tone to his voice. He's not in pain.
Yeah. Even he sounded even.
Right.
Yeah, he just got to just shake it off. Don't worry about anything else besides trying to find his child. Working with the law enforcement to stay in
Yeah.
contact with them, and then the rest is just he just do what he has to do to try to find his child. That's all.
That's all. Just focus. Everybody
Everything else,
focus.
in the end, is what I tell people: being up here is imaginary. These people don't mean anything. They're not talking about nothing. So you block them out. The rest is, hey, keep it moving. And as far as the other people on the other team that don't act like they care, I would treat them the same. I'm
Right.
trying to find my kid. You either in or out. Ain't no halfway in. Hey, we gonna pretend we in the mob. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we either in or out.
There's no in between. There's no riding the fence.
You damn right. Ain't no straddling the fence. And that's how. And that's what my attitude would be as far as my child. I ain't worried about you. I ain't concerned about you. We ain't never got to speak. We ain't never got to talk. Once you let me know how you feel, that's how I am. Once you let me know how you feel, it's a wrap.
Yep. How you feel and what time we meet to go search for Sebastian.
I ain't got to talk, text you. I'm gonna tell you what hurt me is when Seth was talking the other day about calling those people, not to rehash the past, but calling this crazy ass woman about a song to play at the Vigil. Man, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. You hear me?
Yeah.
Why should somebody have to wait and get permission and wait for you to go talk to your husband? I was like, oh my God, that shit. I mean, my lid almost split open. I was just like, see, ooh, Seth better than me. He really is. That's why I be laughing at people because they get mad at stuff Seth been doing and saying. I thought, baby, it couldn't be Queen. You would talk about me like a dog.
Yeah.
A damn dog.
Let him talk as long as he's talking around Sebastian.
Because let me tell you something.
People.
Queen would be. You remember years ago when they had made that movie about the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
You remember he was all the way out in the desert. They was doing experimentation on him, and he stomped his way all the way back to the city.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be Queen.
Definitely.
That would be Queen.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm stomping cracks all the way from the desert back to San Francisco.
And you're going to hear it. And
exactly.
You're going to feel it.
Exactly.
There wouldn't be nothing stopping me. I don't know. There would be no campground big enough to keep me back.
Honey.
My God, man. I'm sorry I threw that in there like that.
I've been cut them off. I've been cut them
in
off.
More than one way.
And let me tell you something. And that other thing, he couldn't have come up to me in no vigil talking about nothing. I'd walk right off. Dude, get your ass there.
I'd walk right through it.
I'd walk right. What you talk? Look, like you lent.
Yeah.
Like you lent.
Montel Williams used to say, move out.
I don't got nothing to say to you. You don't have nothing to say to me.
No, unless we're talking mutually about. We talking mutually about Sebastian. Let's go. Let's go.
Let me tell you something, honey. CP would permanently be in Memphis.
Yeah.
When I got through with him, that motherfucker would never want to come back to Hendersonville. Not never.
I mean, just the crimes of passion. No matter what, just tell us what y'all did with him. Just tell us where you hit him. Just tell him where he's at. Let's just get his peace, man. That's all I want. I don't want it all to get up to where friggin' everybody's just enjoying himself, and Steph is the only one out here struggling for Sebastian now because they've got a new light in their house. It breaks my heart, man. Good for the baby, but there's still a missing one out there. And
yeah,
the accountability alone, man. I couldn't have let another child stay in that house. Just a survey. Would you let a child stay in a house when a child's missing from?
Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna put that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. Because
That'd be a good one,
I'm
right?
surprised I never thought about that, putting that on my community page.
If you
But I'm
lost a
gonna put that,
child, would it be okay for you to
yeah,
have another child in that house? Come
yeah.
on,
Would
man.
you?
It's just all shady shit, man. I got people from Washington State
But
working
that's
in
the whole point of
Wisconsin.
person. But think about it. Who are we addressing this question to? Because if you're addressing it to the person who has the child missing, they ain't gonna think it's no big deal to have another child in their house, whether they did something to the other child or not.
Right, because they're moving on.
Hmm. So that question really can't be posed to the person in the house.
No. I want to see their answer, though.
We can only address that to the judge.
Whether
Lord.
it be God or a judge.
I've also been wondering how Nina's been doing.
I hope she's doing great. I hope she's doing great.
You
I hope
said you
she's
hope
living
she's
it up.
doing great?
I hope she's living it up. Mina, that's the baby, right?
No.
Or that's the mama?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
face mother.
The mama. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I was wondering somebody had any conversations with her because she had to be walking on eggshells too. Hell,
Around Chris?
just walking eggshells, not being able to see her kid,
Man, I'd be
not
nervous.
to see what her child is doing.
I just sent my kids where they just lost them.
I mean, people have made comments. Oh, I don't think they'll do anything to the baby. I don't know what you'll do. I ain't about to
They
sit
just
up here and
lost them.
brag. That's just an assumption what somebody would and would not do.
Yeah, definitely.
But when your mind ain't right, you liable to do anything, especially if you got that boy gone. I don't know what the hell you'll do to the little girl. She better than me too. Shit, damn.
Got a lot more faith than I got.
Yeah, all of them doing. Nina and Seth are better than Queen. I'm gonna tell you that now, cause I know me.
Yeah, there wouldn't be no even ground.
No, it would not. No, somebody would have to just literally take me down with duct tape. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, treat me like BA.
You gotta take
Treat
me
me like
down
BA Baracus when we're going on a flight.
just to keep me from, like I said, being in somebody's penal form. We gonna tape her down because she cannot walk outside the door. We don't trust her.
Right?
I know me. I know myself.
I know if we were in a park and they showed up, I'd probably drag my grandchildren up because I don't trust them.
Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. That bitch be bald. Do you hear what I just said? Excuse me, Jesus.
Man, snatch that shit right off.
Oh, child. Katie Proudfoot be wearing wigs.
Hey, fuck, no, I would weave in more yarn just to snatch it out some more.
She be wearing that heifer be wearing a wig. I'm telling you. Oh
I
Lord.
don't think there'd be enough left to put a wig on.
Oh my goodness.
She be
I said
looking
the Lord
backwards.
pray for me, please. She be wearing a wig. That's all I'm gonna say. That's
Oh,
all
my
I'm
God.
gonna say. She ain't got a scran. Look, as the black folks say, she ain't got a scran on top of her nose. I'm
All
gonna
you want to
drag
see
you.
is those muscles on top of her head.
Hey, let me tell you something. They tell you there's ways of making people talk. I'm gonna drag you till you talk. You get what I said about mine?
Yeah, I understand. I said it before, man. We just need to separate them and just work them
I'm
out.
gonna drag you. I'm gonna make. Oh, sweet Jesus, help me. Oh,
somebody knows.
that's why I try not to even think about it because that's the side that you don't want to venture towards. You're not supposed to be having them evil thoughts, but Lord have mercy. All I can say, y'all talk bad about Seth. It couldn't be Queen. That's all I'm going to say. And I wouldn't give a fuck about Facebook, YouTube.
No.
I'm scraping skin.
And posting it on my Meta glasses. Have a nice day.
Sweet Jesus, it's to the white meat.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
Today
I'm gonna make you
back
talk.
talking.
Have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I just bring. What if someone wants to take and be crazy now that they have the little baby at the house watching her? What if someone decides to snatch her up from the house? Since it's such a snatch and go.
She didn't have a choice. She didn't have a choice but to send her child there as a court order. Come on, you guys, stop this.
Yeah.
It was a court order. The baby's in the house.
Didn't have a choice. Unless you want to go to jail.
You can't go against DHS or any court orders.
She could not send the little girl.
She had to.
She'd go to jail.
And it seems like they had to make room for her because it's just sad. It's whatever, man.
She
Sebastian's
better, she
missing.
better,
She's still
she better than
missing.
me. She better than me too, cause I be spitting fire worrying about my baby.
Yeah, like camping in their fucking yard. Sorry for cussing, but that's where I would be.
Yeah, I be like, Lord Jesus, I gotta send my baby down there with these folks after what they did to me the last time. That's
After
what
what you
pisses me
just
off.
got done
And I'm
doing,
not even
after
Nina. But imagine what they did to her the last time. You gotta send your baby back down there.
my
You
God.
talk about the system is fucked up. That's fucked up.
And you're telling me the local law enforcement still hasn't found Sebastian? I'm still.
Oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. So I've been told the judge, I do not want to send my baby nowhere where a whole child is missing. What do you not understand about that?
I'm making no room for freaking another child, man.
Well, Raymond, people have, turned on Seth because of things he said and things, they've accused him of with the phone stuff and,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
All the conspiracy theories.
But I just can't imagine because I listened to her talk on that live stream months ago, and the first thing I thought was, imagine having to send your child back down there, and I be damned. Here we are. Those months roll by. Her child is down here. Woo! Lord have mercy.
Man,
I just
I don't know. I don't know if they.
I
I
couldn't
don't
do
know if
it.
they have enough sedatives to make me sleep through the night. I'd be
Mm-mm.
a wreck.
I'm telling the judge, my baby got COVID. You know what I'm saying? I'm making up stuff.
My child comes with this
My
camera
baby's sick.
suite. I'm
Her
sorry.
bowels running off. I
Yeah,
make up anything.
my
Fuck it.
child has a built-in Brink security system. Sorry, man. We
I
know
had
what
to
she
tell the
got.
doctor, lie,
Man,
lie, please lie. I don't want my child going down there because they did this to me, and there's a whole child missing from their house. Shit,
the
people
whole
do it all the
child.
time.
None of his belongings, just
Oh
the
Lord
child.
have mercy. That's why the story is so fucked up. It's just so fucked up.
Didn't even take his phone with him. Just up in the
I
left.
try,
Just
I
bye.
try not to even think about none of it because it pisses me off. It
Every
just pisses me off.
every little detail makes me mad. The mannequin, the heat source, the barefoot tracks toward the reservoir, the circus. The circus is coming. It's so crazy, man. It's just, yeah, I can't see how she would even be able to sleep or even think about it. She'd have to be drunk 24/7.
Yeah, it's very scary. Who posted a picture? Mm.
They posted fish
Why
on you.
y'all know not to be posting that little girl picture?
I know you can post pictures.
I'm saying they know better than to post that little girl picture.
Oh it's incognito right now, right?
What, baby?
That's all incognito. We don't know what's going on behind them closed doors. I have no idea. I don't see any footage of them going to
Well,
the park participating.
Rosebud, nobody, the Ellie ain't done another press conference to say that Sebastian's a runaway. I haven't heard them say that recently, that he's a runaway. They ain't said nothing.
It's been quiet.
Yeah, they've been quiet.
Like they want it swept under the rug.
They've letting you know he's not a runaway by telling you they didn't have no scent. They don't believe he was outside. They telling you what you need to know. They just ain't telling you what you want to hear as far as where they are in the investigation. But they don't really have to tell you that because they've already told you what you need to know. It's a matter, can you read between the lines?
Right.
They
How much
told you
money
what
do
you
you
need to
do?
know.
How much money do you donate to the Booster Club?
Why are you telling everybody you ain't paying attention? They telling you what you really want to hear. They've already told you. They just didn't word it the way you think they should have worded it. They then told you what they think already.
Right.
We don't have no surveillance of the child.
walking around the
No,
neighborhood.
it's telling you something right there.
Nobody's ring doorbell at all. And
Oh,
anybody
now.
who has a ring doorbell knows it picks up everything. Nobody has footage of him leaving at that time of the morning, y'all. No, nothing. At any time of the morning, except for the weird lights.
Yeah. They telling you, the police are already telling you what you need to know. They just not wording it the way you want to hear it. You want them to say, this is a criminal investigation. They're not going to tell you that. Oh, this is who I think is a suspect. They're not going to tell you that. They told you what you need to know. We don't have surveillance of the child.
We don't have a scent of the
We
child.
don't have a scent of the child. Yeah, they already told you. That's the same stuff they said with the little two Cal City boys that was missing, little black babies missing in California a couple years ago. They said the same thing. We do not have a scent of the children coming outside. Now, if you can't read between that, sweet Jesus,
They're
you
just
need
afraid
help.
to say it.
Yeah,
It's like they're
you
scared to
need
say
help.
it.
They already knew, and within 1 week, what happened to the little boy. They didn't tell us. They kept us on pins and needles for a whole year until they did the press conference. But I told people, if you listen carefully, if you watch the chief of police when he was doing the interviews with the little guy, you could tell he was biting his tongue not to say what he knew.
The
It was
expressions
so
on their
obvious.
faces.
It was so obvious.
If it looks like he's eating a sour Skittle,
Yeah,
it's all over.
I said the chief knows something. I always said that. I said the chief knows something because he's biting his tongue while the reporters interviewing him. He knows something, and they knew within 1 week the boys were dead.
Yep.
Because the children told it. The other children told it.
That's my problem. Where are
Wow.
all the other children in Sebastian's life? And if you got friends in the local law enforcement, also, it kind of makes things difficult.
Lord of mercy.
I just don't know, man. I can't donate money to the booster clubs. I get it all the time, man. Your local sheriff's office wants you to donate to their. Is that going to get me away from a speeding ticket?
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Is that going to get me away from disposing of a child? I don't know, man.
What am I doing with you?
How much do I have to put in for that kind of booster?
Joe, I say so, yes. You don't go to the landfill because you're bored.
It's the wrong landfill, that's all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you don't go to the landfill, period.
Right. You don't spend that kind of resources.
Not on a hunch. Nobody would go to a landfill on a hunch.
I worked at a landfill once picking up paper that was on top of the landfill. Just walking through that crap, man.
Somebody was going to ask me about the
PD.
police department.
My connection with the police department?
I think they're asking. I think they're talking about the other person. They talking about the other.
Chris and Katie's connection to the police department. I don't know. Chris was able to ride around a cop car that morning, right?
Well, like I told people, this is how I like to think about it because I like to think positive as far as law enforcement.
Yeah.
Even if these people know a deputy or two, you still have CIA and FBI, TBI involved to some degree. Those people don't have anything invested in Sumner County. So they're not getting ready to sit up here and push shit under the rug. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have no reason to. Sumner County can push shit under the rug, but not the FBI and the CIA.
Right.
Because they don't know those people. They ain't friends with them. They ain't drinking beer with them after work. See where I'm going? So if they sense anything that's nefarious in nature as far as somebody hiding something, somebody aiding something, I would hope they would, press forward.
Press it hard.
Yeah, because they don't have anything invested to sit up here and uphold Sumner County in anything.
It's just I just don't like the lax. Shoot, if I was to go steal a freaking stick of bubble gum, man, they'd have more.
Because everybody has really pushed this narrative with the Proudfoots and who they know and don't know. You all acting like they're the fucking mob. I mean, just every day I can hear the same damn thing about, oh, they know the police, oh, they know this, and they can't run the police department. They ain't that important in Hendersonville. I refuse to believe that. I don't care if he knows one deputy or two deputies. More than likely, because a deputy, that's not being in cahoots with a damn detective.
Right.
You're gonna have to have some strong pull for everybody to walk around like a zombie and pretend that you may not have anything to do with this, you and your wife. And I'm not saying it ain't never happened. Of course it's happened. But I'm just saying you have other organizations involved now. You ain't going to be able to pull them in. You know, you can blink your lashes all day at Sumner County, but you can't blink at 3 or 4 other agencies. No, I don't see that.
No, the other outside agencies, I have no idea what they're doing.
No.
But Sumner County and the local PD? I don't know, man. I just want more out of them. I hate to say it. I'm not a tax fucking payer in Tennessee, but I want more accountability from a lot more than just Katie. I want accountability from.
But what I said in my live earlier, that's the part of why everybody's bickering and fussing with one another. You expecting people to give you what you think you should get from them. It don't work like that.
Right.
It's just like right now. In the beginning, everybody's wanting more and more from Seth. Then when he finally popped off, he became public enemy number 1. You ain't gonna never satisfy nobody. Another thing is, I don't got to tell you what I feel and think about everything.
Right.
Some people ain't gonna never tell you nothing. You can believe that.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna never say nothing.
People.
And they're not saying nothing. Saying the things they've been saying is stuff you shouldn't be saying. They don't care. And that's how I feel about the Prophets. They've never cared. That's why it's easy to go run off out of town because your child is missing. Let me tell you something. I heard a story recently where they just found remains of a woman of a while back, but they now finally identified her, a black lady, right? So the brother spoke to the news about a week or 2 ago, and he said, I always hope that if my sister decided to come back home, you know, we left the house there just so she can come back to the house. When he was talking about his sister, because, you know, she's deceased, but when he was talking about that house and how they moved to South Carolina and they kept the old house, I was thinking about Sebastian. I said, now imagine these brother growing up without the sister. She's missing. They don't know where she is. The mother was always, as Seth does, she talk about her in the present tense. Now they kept the whole damn house visible and not so, hoping, you know, she would show up. So I thought about Sebastian in the same way. Imagine the child shows up and the damn mama, she gone staying in a damn camper all the way down to Memphis. Who the hell does this?
And now you install a Ring doorbell. Now what I'm missing, I had to talk to you through a Ring. Get me?
Oh my God.
Sebastian walking up to the Ring doorbell trying to get in the house, and they're camping.
Taco, I came with you. But I thought about that when that guy was saying that about the house. He said, yeah, we kept the other house for a while because my mother was always hoping that, you know, if my baby come home, the house would still be there, even though, you know, they may have been still, you know, living out of town. But it's listening to that brother talk about that on the news up there in Chicago, I thought about Sebastian. It's like, imagine coming home with a detective or whoever, somebody dropped you off at the mailbox, and you ringing the doorbell or banging on the door and you can't get in. Or hell, if you got in, hell, does the code still work? So you think about all that type of stuff. Who does this? Who the hell leaves knowing their child is missing? I mean, and then people still want to get mad at you because you think ill of these people, that there's something wrong with their behavior. I tell people all the time, you can't tell me how to think. You think for you. I will think for me. Right. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I don't care what nobody say. That ain't no decent behavior of no mother. That was shortly after. That wasn't no 3-4 months. You know, somebody decided to go to California or go down 2 cities over. You left less than a month. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ignorant. Yeah. It's ignorant.
Camping. Living out of a fifth wheel. I mean, it could be nice.
She had no reason to even go down there. And let me tell you how stupid she looked. When Nancy Grace told her, well, you know, well, what you down there for, doing what? Well, my husband had to work. And Nancy Grace was like, and?
What about your son?
You ought to felt like an aunt to be on a live program.
Sebastian, and have an outside, in case we're not home when you show up.
About why you would go to 3.5, almost 4 hours away to sleep in a camper when you got a whole house and a whole child missing. Who does that?
I don't
Well,
know.
I don't care about nobody judging me. Ain't no way that makes no sense.
Somebody has a clear conscience.
Ain't no way in hell that makes no damn sense. And I told people if you scratch Seth Rogers and it was another daddy, that still don't make no sense. So stop making excuses. That don't make no logical sense. Just up and leave, and you got a whole damn child missing.
Unless you literally know what's up.
Yeah, because you do literally know, and that's how I feel.
You're calm. You can
Because
sleep at
there's
night
no way
because
I'm
you're
gonna go.
calm and what happened.
It's no way I'm gonna leave my house if my child is missing, and know that people may want to come talk to me. Somebody might have some information, and I'm all the way, almost 4 hours away down the damn highway, doing
How many
absolutely nothing.
how many days has it been?
Lord have mercy.
How many
Damn,
days
these
has it
people are
been?
so damn green out here.
How many days? Like 130,
Yes,
140
Raymond.
days?
I believe that, Raymond.
That's how many days I would be awake. Every day my son was missing, I wouldn't be sleeping.
Mm. Yeah.
My son's 29 years old right now.
Yeah. Nancy Grace knew. That's why she asked her. The hell you doing going down there with Chris? He works every day. He been staying away from the house, so it didn't make no sense for you to go down there anyway.
Right?
He works away. So you ain't been going down there in a camper because you had a whole child to take care of. Now your child missing and you going to go fall in behind your husband. That don't even make no damn sense. So I don't know how anybody can uphold that. That's some barbaric shit. I'm sorry, but it is.
I don't even know how people deal with their freaking their losses, but camping is, I don't know, man.
It's just I feel sorry for Seth, really, because he's alone in this race.
He's standing alone. He's a standalone.
Yeah,
His family
he's a one man army against these two people, and it's a terrible place to be. And like I said, I can see he going up and down, up and down, up and down with them because I think he didn't really want to rock the boat, but then he lashes out, then he reprises back. So I think that's what he's been doing the past couple months, going back and forth. But then it's come a point for your own peace of mind. Damn, you got to know when to say, I can't do this no more with them.
It's tough, man.
I got to fold and just concentrate on finding my son because they're null and void in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they've been.
They're null and void.
Accountability issue. We don't know should leave them out. They shouldn't even be in an area where they could be enjoying themselves. Really,
there's nothing you can do and say with Katie Proudfoot and Christopher. There's nothing you can say or do to make these two come back to earth. They are far removed. They are like a ship way out the fucking sea. They gone.
They're like in a balloon, in a hot air balloon where we can't even jump up and touch them.
They've been gone. So he's better than me. Like I said, if he want to keep wrangling with them, that's Seth's choice. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
Yeah, I'd literally send them a cease.
I'd leave their ass alone. They could never hear from me. They can't hear nothing. They would never have to worry about me calling their phone, sending a text or email. No, man. No.
It'd be a hard time to let them know when Sebastian does show up. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. If he walks up somewhere today and showed up, I still won't be talking to them.
Right?
Give a fuck.
Nope.
I don't have nothing to say to you.
No, you know, definitely. We're putting in orders. You're not allowed around my son.
That first time you disrespected my baby, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Fuck. And that's between me and God.
They're nada.
No, I stand account to the Lord because in the end, that's who I got to stand account to anyway. So I ain't worried about what no two human beings think about me and how I feel about mine. I ain't worried about what you think. But I wouldn't be worried about what you two think either.
Don't think like they worry about anything.
Shit, YouTube ain't doing nothing.
We're spreading
like
the word.
Just a bunch of gangster keyboarders talking shit. That don't mean nothing. That ain't bringing that boy back. It's not doing nothing.
Yeah, all the talk show analyzers. Want to talk mad crap about everybody, man.
It's the Geraldo, Jerry Springer, Wilco's all wrapped in one.
I don't even think they even watch Jerry Springer. Man, it's worse than Jerry Springer, man. Whose cousins the
You're welcome,
stripper
Rosalie.
living with? I remember when Montel came to my school. Remember Montel when he came around?
Yeah.
That was some good time stuff. That was good times.
That's funny you mentioned Montel. Somebody else mentioned Montel. I believe it was one of my fans. She mentioned Montel the other day. We was going live. Lord, I ain't heard from Montel in a long time. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I used to watch his show.
I used to watch the show. I
Hmm.
watched the show
I
because
just watched
my
about
dad
them.
told me he was a
All of
SEAL.
them. Lord have mercy. Well, I'm 2 hours and 30 minutes in. Where you see this going, tacos?
I see this going into a pillow hard.
A what?
A pillow.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Just joking. Yeah, I mean, this is
Where's
just
where you
going.
what? Huh?
This is all going in. We're all spinning in circles. I feel like we're watching a dog chasing his tail,
Yeah.
and
And
that's
the
what's
dog,
happening right
guess
now.
what? The dog tired.
The dog is getting tired, man, running
Yeah.
around in
The
circles.
dog busy. Cause the dog is saying, I'm
I'm
tired of
gonna,
chasing my tail.
but I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna get that tail. I'm gonna.
Mm.
Oh, he's not
You
gonna
you
quit.
the dog know this ain't working.
Right,
Where's your wife at?
right here, leaning over. She's
Tell
almost
her,
asleep.
tell her get on this phone for a second.
Hey, hey, hey! Here, you're watching since you don't want to get up.
Hello.
Hey baby, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Did y'all have a good fourth?
Oh, of course we did.
Happy
Good.
Fourth, by the
I
way.
sorry I didn't ask that earlier. So just give me briefly how you feel about everything Seth said during the live stream.
I felt really good about it. I think it was better than some other things we've seen here lately
Hmm.
and heard.
What you mean? I mean, what do you mean by that?
Just different conversations that's been on different YouTube channels.
What you mean? But with Seth
The
talking
negative, yeah, some of it was Seth one night. Some of it's just been other YouTubers talking crap.
to
I think it was an all around good conversation, and it was maintained about Sebastian. I think the moderators did great keeping the gossip out of the chat.
And I found out I lived in Chicago.
Yeah, and we
hmm
found out that we live in Chicago now,
Oh, y'all
and
do?
and I didn't know that, but supposedly we packed up and left and
See,
moved.
that's what I'm talking about. All these know-it-alls, and then the people come
Mhm.
out the chat, and then they go run to other people's channels spreading that BS.
Hey,
Then
Oh,
they
it
get
was.
mad, and
it
then they
can't
get mad
even
because you don't
be.
want to join, because you don't want to get on board. I'm not getting on board with
Mhm.
nothing, and I've told people that I don't want to hear another thing about that boy. I
My
don't.
thing is my opinion is
Seth
my
or somebody
opinion.
else.
I've told them all my opinion is my opinion. I
I
have
don't
my
want to hear no
opinions, and
more.
it is subject to change.
I'm done with listening to it.
But I'm not going to lead into the drama of everybody. We had someone literally, she's a YouTuber,
Mm.
pull our eviction and say that they think Seth paid it. We got evicted. I went through a scare with breast
And I'm
cancer.
living on a generator.
Yeah.
Mm.
And my husband had to take off work to be my caregiver while I was going through everything and getting on my test run. Thank God it came back all negative, but
Mhm.
I went through everything for, months.
Yeah.
And we got an eviction notice. Well, we reached out to a community project that helps with things like that, and they
Yeah.
paid it for us.
Mhm.
And so, but she's trying to say that Seth paid it, and that's where some of that money went and blah. But it's not true.
Well, let
It's
me
not
ask you this.
true.
Let me ask you this. Was all this eviction stuff recently?
It was in
January.
January, February, and it was in March when it was paid.
It's so bad. If you're gonna dig dirt,
Okay. Well, the
dig
boy
dirt.
didn't go. Okay. So you paid it when? What day did you pay your business out?
It was March. It was actually paid by an agency. The final payment went to the landlord on like March 5th, I think is what it was.
Okay. He just got missing the 26th or 25th.
It wasn't even
Yes.
that hot yet.
He
Yes.
wasn't
That's
even
what
Seth wasn't even getting anything then. Probably.
he was. It just started.
Oh, see, that's
And
what
we
I'm
did.
talking about.
The
Just
problem
the
is they
blatant
dig up
disrespect
general knowledge. They
because
didn't
they
want
have
to
your
find no
government.
money.
Listen, because they have your government name. This is what they do.
Yeah.
This is
And
what
it's
they
fine
do.
with
They go dig
me
for stuff. But
because
let's
I told I told Ken, I said, you know what? They can talk all the shit they want to talk about me because every time they say my name, at some
all about
point,
Sebastian.
they're going to bring up Sebastian's name.
Well, they
And that's
shouldn't
going
even
to
be
keep.
digging up. They shouldn't be digging up nothing about what you did yesterday or 5 days ago.
Oh,
What the hell of financial problems you got to do with Sebastian? Nothing.
What's
yeah.
that got to do with making
Who
being
cares?
detective?
Yeah.
Who
And I
cares?
messaged
If you owe
in
the
the
gas
person.
company, if you owe the gas company a $300 bill in
Mm,
January, who cares?
That's
I
my business.
know.
That's
I
nothing to do with
I
him.
messaged in her chat.
Want to help me pay it? Use my cash app.
I was like, look, if you have a problem or you need to know something, you need to call me directly. And I put my telephone number on there. And I don't care that my phone number is out on YouTube.
All
I don't
psychos
give a
calling me.
crap. Because at the end of the day, that's going to give a way for Sebastian to get a hold of somebody
I'm
else if he
sick of all
needs
these
to.
people, these YouTubers. I'm gonna tell you something. I made, I went live the other day about these stinking rats. They all make me sick. They all are the same. They all drink from the same Kool-Aid cup. They ain't nothing but a bunch of damn zombies. That's all they do. That's
Followers.
all they do. They're ignorant as hell. Just like I said earlier, if it wasn't for me being a YouTube up here, I talk about true crime, but I don't consider myself in the true crime genre. I don't want to be grouped like none of these heathens. They're disgusting to me. All of them. They're ignorant as hell. That's like I said. They can't talk about nothing else. They talk about the same thing every day, every live. They don't have any content. They have no content. They could not
None.
right now go talk about another subject because they beat a dead horse down, literally.
Like leeches.
Yep. And it's really sad that it came to that. It's really sad because
But
even
it's
though
been going on. I noticed it. I've noticed it the past couple of years. Like I said, I really didn't realize the hate until I talked about the West Boys. Oh, I was public enemy number one up here, and I was like, "What is all this hate? These people don't know me from a can of paint." It was the Bio family, the little boys. They wouldn't ever smoke ghetto ratchet ass, heathens. And then you had all these crazy people rallying behind, the adoptive mother who'd have lost all her children. Which I'm looking at everybody like, damn, you got to call a spade a spade. This woman ain't raising none of her children. She even had children that were alive. She didn't call, talk to, or nothing. And I had a source who I believe to this day was telling me the truth. Because, most people didn't know who the source was. I've never to this day told people who the source is. But if they knew who the source is, they know this person's not lying. You lose custody of your children. They get adopted by these two heathens who kill the kids. Okay. Why don't you go raise the children you got that's living? You're doing press conferences trying to sue the state of California. Y'all up on court TV. And never once did she let these people know she got other children living. Why not? Why you don't talk about them? Because you don't want the truth to come out that you didn't have custody of them. See what I'm saying?
100.
But I hear Vinnie Politan. Somebody told me you need to call Vinnie Politan and tell him, why do you have this heathen up here talking to you, crying and shit? She ain't told you that she got her other children, that she ain't got her other kids. But people, you shouldn't feel like that. Oh, they killed her kids. Okay, well, guess what? She should be glad to talk about her living children, right?
Each 100. Yes,
Why
she
would you not want
should.
to talk about your living children? So that's when I realized how evil this world is in general. And so that trash that was rallying behind her is the same trash that's up here on YouTube in the chat. They are evenly yoked. They are evenly yoked. There are people out here who are like these diabolical beings. That's why they rally behind them. That's why they toot their horn. That's why they go want to go to toe and go to war with you. I let people know, hey, big girls sleep good every night. You argue with me about some baby killers, baby, what that mean to me? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Because I'm going to have my opinion no matter what you think.
Guess what? The baby killers locked up. What a baby mama and what a baby of the children that she probably somewhere, like they say, is sleeping on somebody's sofa because she would never do nothing with herself. A couch surfer.
Wow.
Yeah. So guess what? All these other people you see rallying behind these parents that don't care about Sebastian, it's the same thing. It's the same game, just a different kid. You are just like them. That's why you rally behind them. You just like them. And I get it. We don't know what happened to the kid, but this is how I feel. Whether they hurt that boy or not, when you came to YouTube talking bad about him, I don't have no respect for you. I don't give a fuck who Seth is, who Seth ain't. And like I told people, if there was no Seth Rogers, I would never care for the Proudfoots, and that's on God.
Man.
Yeah, I agree.
That to me is irrelevant because you were the first ones running up here, jumping on panels, talking bad about an autistic kid, and that's how I look at it. And you haven't shown me you care anything about him. So whether you hurt him or not, you don't show that you care, and that's my opinion.
I haven't seen not one little bit of caring. And this is something that, like I said in the beginning, I would have never expected this out of Katie. Like, I am totally in shock.
But you don't know her. But you didn't know her. It's just like somebody running up here commenting on my channel. Oh, her friend came out and spoke about her. Who cares? What difference does it make? I want to hear somebody talk about what this bitch was doing the week before he got gone. Talk to me about the Katie that had him before he went missing. That's the Katie I want to hear about. Yeah, it's helpful to hear what she was like as a teenager. Okay, what she was like when she first got pregnant. What she talked about when she had the baby. Okay, but guess what? We ain't hearing nobody really tell us shit. So, hell, take me back to February 24th.
Yeah.
Take me back to February 24th. Let me hear from the deacon, the rabbi, the priest, somebody from the schoolhouse, a real person willing to fucking show their face, voice, or something, and talk to me about these parents. Talk to me about Christopher Proudfoot. Tell me something about their marriage. Tell me something legitimate with a receipt. That's
not just the first few interviews where just they paint the picture.
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
No.
That's all they give us.
That ain't nothing. Bring a receipt on who these people are. Oh, but we don't need it now, do we? Because you've already shown us who you are.
Campers. I don't know, man. Them people own all kind of property around the place. You need to be searching all those properties. Come on, man.
People sick. But God got it. That's what I told myself. No matter what the end outcome is, God got this. Because he always has it.
When you walk up on them gates, I want to hear what's being asked. I want to know what's going on. I want that. I want that on live. I'm going to put that on YouTube when you walk up on them gates.
If they're never caught, if they're never punished, they will have to answer one day. And It ain't to none of us.
Well, that's the point. If they involve, exactly. If it's not now, it'll be later.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
And
somebody knows what happened.
We can all speak and say, yeah, somebody knows. We can speak and say and do and feel what we want to feel. We're human. And everybody's entitled to different opinions. If we all had the same opinion and the same thoughts on this would be a screwed up world.
Yeah, it would be. But my thing is, I'm just the type of person, I judge people according to how they act, how they talk. That's all I got to go on. That's just common sense. That's not an assumption. That's really not even speculating. I can only judge you according to how you portray yourself, how you represent yourself. Now, naturally, one could have a perception that you acted a certain way that was negative. Then another person could come along and say, well, I didn't think it was that bad. Right. Okay. So it's two-sided. But the point is, you keep doing the same damn thing and people start talking and saying, yeah, this ain't looking too good. Well, then that's the perception from maybe, let's say, the majority.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, even if those two have not done anything to Sebastian, they still are rank, in my opinion.
Man.
They've never done anything. They haven't done anything for him now. They haven't even.
Yeah, because you running up to Seth at the vigil for what? You ain't there, like he said, that hurt him. He wouldn't stay. I just thought to myself, it wouldn't have hurt my damn feelings. They didn't want to stay. It wouldn't have hurt my feelings. Yeah. But I'm not Seth.
Why you got to hit me up like that?
Because I'm looking at you like good riddance. Good riddance. Look, I get it. Motherfucker, don't ever come back. How about that?
Yeah.
Shit, you ain't never got to walk that towards me.
If you don't want to be here, don't be here.
For people to walk up
I tell people that when you get to be Queen's age, this shit these folks be doing, it don't mean nothing.
Nothing.
It don't mean nothing. The Proudfoots would mean nothing to me. Because they ain't the ones lost and gone. Do you see where I'm going?
Yep.
So all this YouTube shit and running up, talking to me at the vigil and trying to get my attention and trying to get attention from the masses and all that, man, you better get on back somewhere. You don't want to lose your motherfucking eye. You better get the fuck out my face.
What was that? My dog does that. She's a Staffshire and she's a Staffy. So her response to everybody is to run up on you and then see your expression. That's kind of like Chris. Run up on everybody.
Yeah, you wouldn't run up on me.
Run up
Believe
on the
me,
wrong person
you
one
wouldn't
time.
run up on Queen.
I had an Amazon guy reach for his gun at my dog, and I reached for his gun as he was reaching for it, put my hand on his hand and said, "Do not shoot my dog. You're not supposed to have that gun on you."
No, they wouldn't. He would have never approached me at no vigil about nothing. He would have never came up to me talking about why you this and why you that. What Seth should have told him, why not?
Right?
See, that's what I always tell people. I always ask, why not? Well, what's the problem?
Why not or hiya?
Why are you here? You're not bringing nothing to the table. You're not doing nothing productive. So why are you here worrying about what we doing? You're showing you don't care for my child. So what do you care that we up here on top of the roof, under the roof? What do you care? See, that's because your conscience is eating your ass. It's why you went up there 2 times. He told her when he said he went 2 times. I said 2 times. So why are you going up to the school 2 times? That don't even make no sense. But it do make sense when you know a motherfucker's conscience is eating their ass.
Right.
And that's what was going on. His conscience was beating him down. Because it's not logical to go argue with somebody about a vigil or this or what a vigil mean. If you Google, you'll realize what a vigil is. It's not about death. It's a watch. Google it.
It's a gathering of people.
A gathering of people, exactly. It's not about death. But because you're stupid and you got a 3rd grade education, you don't understand that. So that's why that right there, when he said that, I said, oh yeah. Every time you talk about these people, they continuously tell on themselves that they are complicit into something about that boy. Because a normal person would have no reason to go run up to no school, worried about some people on some damn motorcycles and passing out flyers and bracelets. What is, and you supposed to be the parent, you the step parent, but this is the only thing that you're concerned about.
Right.
It's why they're having it. Well, why not? He missing. So somebody want to rally behind that and say that was okay behavior?
No, man.
Then you can continue to nibble on the Proudfoot's ass cheeks. Take a big chunk out their ass.
Nibble on the dingleberries. It's disgusting.
That's not even something to even waste your breath doing. To go run up to somebody at a vigil for what? And yet folks still tooting the horns of these damn people. But that's why I tell people they entitled to do what they want. You think that's okay behavior of these people and they supposed to have been the ones rearing this child, living with this child? Knock yourself out. I tell anybody, you ain't gonna get Queen argue with you about nothing pertaining to the Proudfoots. Not now, not never. I don't give a damn what they do.
Oh, you guys got a kid missing? We're gonna go camping.
No, I don't care what they do. Because like I said, Seth is better than me. Nina, she's better than me. Because it couldn't be Queen. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know if I could.
Because they would have never. Let me tell you something. They would have never approached me there and nowhere. Believe that. They would have known. I ain't going near that lady. I'm telling you, I'm not going near her.
You can go.
This is Chris's way. This is how he's always navigated. He ain't just woke up and acting like this. He's been this way. He's an intimidator. He's a bully. That's obvious.
Yep.
He's a bully. He gets off on this type of behavior. But what he don't know is, guess what, baby?
There's other bullies.
Hey, bigger and better. I keep telling people that about all that shit people be in the street talking about. He tough, he this, he that. You know, about just people in general that's rough and tough. For every little bad bitch, every little bad dude. Guess what? It's somebody bigger, taller, shorter, fatter. They roll hard too.
Some one way or
They
another,
like
someone
they
other
like
there's
to
something
do
bigger.
WWE kickboxing and knock you out too. Christopher
Man.
Crawford ain't nobody.
He's
That
a
ain't
crane operator.
he ain't nothing but a $2 Teletubby.
He moves a joystick at work.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he's a Teletubby. I like
A
Teletubby.
$2 Teletubby Build-A-Bear.
There you go. A Timu Teletubby.
That's all he is a damn a $2 Build-A-Bear. I wouldn't even waste my breath. I wouldn't waste my breath on neither. I wouldn't argue with them. I wouldn't talk to them. They couldn't say nothing to me at this point. Not now. It's too many months that went in with this foolishness. They could say they could never say anything to me.
Just crazy silence.
Yeah, I'd have to pray for my salvation and pray not to have hatred in my heart against them too. But they could not talk to me about anything, not pertaining to Sebastian. No, they could never talk to me.
I would definitely have to do a GoFundMe for my commissary money, so when I go to jail, I'd have money.
They could never talk to me. Girl, stop! Not a Timu. A Timu, right? Because you heard about them Timu clothes. You get them. You get the clothes in the mail. And they don't look nothing like the dress you order.
Man, they're small.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're made for little people.
But you know, it's just this is a tragedy. So it's just a stone cold tragedy to be even behave this way. And you know, I think about to a case here in Knoxville, where the young black girl was missing, and the family was trying to keep their composure. They didn't want to pop off. And I was hearing all kind of talk about the father of the daughter. And the word in the street was he was not somebody you wanted to cross. So that's the only reason why they didn't do, you know, Facebook, like what you're hearing up here on Facebook and YouTube. Mm-hmm. People were saying he's not somebody you want to cross. That's all I kept hearing. People was like, the only reason why you're not hearing a bunch of rhetoric on Facebook, because if that black man pop off, it would be war in the street. And I kept trying to figure out, like, well, what's going on? Am I missing something? And people was like, he's just not that type of man you want to cross. If he was to start talking, it would be a bad day in the city. So I took people's word for it. And I can tell you, I would share stuff. Nobody ever commented on my posts. Never did anybody comment. I never saw no crazy comments posted about her, anything about her. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I didn't see nothing negative posted about her family. So I don't know what this dude, what type of weight he carried. But everybody stood in line. It wasn't nothing like this YouTube shit.
Right. Everybody knew what to do.
Yeah, they stood in line. Because I think he had a lot of weight in the street, and everybody bowed down because they already knew that if he was to pop off, it would be the streets it'd be a hole in the middle of the street.
It'd be live,
and that's really how it should be with this case. It should have been enough weight. Somebody should have said, "Hey, this ain't what you want." But see, YouTube is so vast with a bunch of what I call junkies, because these people act like they on crack.
Man,
they just all over the place because they're wayward themselves. So that's why it was so easy for people to act and behave the way they behave. They're junkies.
Yeah,
these ain't nothing but some YouTube junkies up here.
Yeah, it goes back. I remember back when I was a kid reading about Stalin and saying he said something about the best way to undermine your country through its media.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. All this stuff that comes around because we're missing Sebastian, all the other side jive and all the other dust that's being created. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's all on the focus on Sebastian as long as we do it for him. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's just so terrible.
It is terrible because in the end, he is a human being, and he's being undervalued right now with all this nonsense. like I said, all the stuff that's jumped off because of people that got tangled up with Seth, that's another issue that's ridiculous. And that's what I learned in all the other cases. It started out about a child missing, and then it turned into Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, Susie Mae, what they did, didn't do, they sick, or whatever thing that came out about other people's lives. And then you're sitting here listening like, what the hell does this got to do with the kid? Why are we talking about this neighbor across the street? Why are we talking about this person? Why are we talking about this person's mama, sister, cousin, brother? It's just ridiculous. And that's how it was with Summer. Everything became about the mama's friend and associates and who worked with Don. And it left the child like within a month. It was all about everybody else but her. Same thing with Camille McKinney. It was all about the mama and the daddy, who they slept with, who they dated. Then they put a rapper in there. He ended up getting wrapped up in the mix. It just went out of control. The West, same thing. Everybody got rumors about what the foster parents was doing, not doing. And you're sitting here thinking, how did it get to this? We're supposed to be talking about a missing kid. Why are we talking about these other crazy ass, non-relevant motherfuckers? Seriously. Every case I've talked about since I've been on YouTube about a kid, it never stayed in the realm of the child. It was about the neighbor, the flute guy, Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, who worked with the daddy, who worked with the mama. It never stayed on the kid.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
It's so funny. I had an old man tell me a long time ago about you're smoking the Brillo. I never did understand what he was talking about until just now. Because you see it light up and then it just goes everywhere. And it's so funny because it's exactly what we're discussing.
Yeah, it's bizarre because I can sit here and count. I've been on this box July 19 when I came to YouTube. And I'm trying to understand how in God's name that each case I've talked about a missing kid, this has only been a few, each one turned out to be identical, crazy shenanigans, people jumping on board, wanting to be seen, all on Facebook going live, talking crazy about the mama, the daddy. I was just like, oh my God, where do you find these fucking people? But it hit me. It's not about YouTube. It's not about Facebook. It's not about TikTok. It's the people walking amongst us. They are tainted. They are wayward. They are bitter. They are evil. So they latch on to the story because what is the old saying? Chaos breeds chaos. So nothing good comes from something bad. Rarely. That's what you have up here on YouTube. Just a bunch of bored ass heathens who are fucked up themselves. You could watch the live streams and tell who is on YouTube is fucked up.
Right?
Who sits in a live stream talking bad about their own self?
Telling people about sexual positions and shit.
You ain't getting ready to sit up here. I ain't sitting in your chat. You talking bad about yourself, and then in the same breath you're gonna talk about a missing kid. Hell no, I'm out of here.
It goes back to that trespassing thing in the name of Sebastian. You're literally trespassing in Sebastian's name.
Wow.
On YouTube.
And then they always talking about they got kids, and I got a son, I got a daughter. Honey, you should keep that to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop
you should keep that to yourself. Please stop talking. Just please stop talking. Just theatrics all day long. But this is what the world is made of. And that's what people don't seem to understand. This is how man has been navigating since they ate off the tree, ate the fruit, and nothing has changed. So whether it be social media or not, this is what man and woman has always been made of. It's just amplified because they now have a voice and a place to spew venom, pop off, flip out, wig out. That's all.
Yeah, I ain't going to pull no piece of stone out and start chiseling. That's going to take all day to send you a text.
It's just sad.
It's just so quick. Media just makes it so easy. These phones.
Yeah, because anybody can put up a profile, put up a picture. You know, they change their names 50,000 times on these Facebook profiles and YouTube. You don't even know who you're talking to in the chat. Every day they eat this now. Just like somebody else, they gonna come in the chat talking like I'm supposed to know who you are. I don't even recognize your fucking profile name. How the hell you go? So how you doing? You miss me? Miss you? You know who you are.
Right? I had a guy walk up to me a couple weeks ago, says, I used to work with you at so-and-so. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I used to sit in the corner and we used to talk in your area.
Uh-huh.
I was like, dude, I don't even know you. And he just died like last week. He died of heat exhaustion in the parking lot of my shop. And he was just like, I don't even know his name. He said he worked with me. I feel
but do you believe him? Do you believe that he didn't know you?
I believe that he did genuinely, because he said where we worked and everybody would work there.
Well, he knew of you by seeing you there.
He knew of me, but he says he spoke with me all the time.
Oh wow!
I know it wasn't that fucking high. I know. It's like you've been wiped from my mind.
You're so funny. Well, you know, in life, as you get older, you can't forget some things, because I always think that my mind is sharp, and then somebody will jog my memory back to something, and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ran through all the memories at that shop that I could think of, man, and he is blank.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Where were you? What the fuck? Who are you? And for some reason, I could never learn his name.
Yeah. Well,
and he's like,
you know,
an empty void. But
it's
weird.
Maybe you did talk to him. You just don't remember holding a few conversations with him.
Maybe he just didn't have the gray hair he had today, and maybe I
was. Oh yeah. Well, how many years ago was that?
5, 6.
Oh well, no, that ain't too good. He probably wouldn't age.
People don't change that damn much.
No. But I don't know. 5 years, I guess you could gray in 5 years.
You could,
depending on if you worried or your genetics, or you know what I'm saying.
Or if he had long hair, he would. I don't know, man. Whatever it was, I was glad for his time on this planet, and I sorrowed for.
Oh yeah.
I decided for me to get a "Do Not Resuscitate" tattoo across my neck.
Yeah.
Them boys were hurting him, man. I was like, man, CPR is not supposed to just. So you're telling me they tell you to break ribs when you're doing CPR? I'm sorry. When I was doing CPR, it was.
Yeah, I've heard, because I've heard that happening too.
Your vow is not to do harm, right? And that's what. When they were attacking him doing CPR, I don't want them doing that to me.
Yeah. Somebody said maybe he had a beard. Did he have a beard?
I don't know.
I mean, when you saw him,
he did not have a beard today. No. When he died, he did not have a beard.
Okay, but I mean, when you last saw him, he didn't have a beard. Oh, okay.
Maybe he had a beard back then, but I don't remember anybody hanging around with a beard. I was really jealous because I could.
Taco, you probably wouldn't try to remember nobody from back then.
Man, 5 years. I don't know. Maybe not.
I just keep it moving.
Yeah, I just keep moving. I'm 53. I'm just.
Say what?
I'm only 53. I'm not trying to.
Well, that's how old I am. That's how old Queen is.
Right, I know. I'm just saying, I'm not that forgetful.
I'm 53. And let me tell you something. I'd love to forget some folks. I'd love to have some amnesia.
I tell so many people, I forgot half.
You take that back. You got to be careful what you claim. I'd like to forget about some people. You got to be careful what you claim.
Right?
Yes, Lord have mercy. Well, I thank y'all for coming up here and having wifey talk, and hopefully, you and Michelle never reached out to me on IG.
Oh, my bad. I'll have her get that.
I put it on your, I don't know, somewhere where you was talking. I put it. Godly, but you have to come up.
What is it again?
Big Sexy 71. I'm gonna probably go live later on today, the afternoon, and I'm gonna talk about that man in Texas with all them wives. You welcome to come join me. That'll be my next subject. Taco, you there? Me Taco done fell off. He said Taco smoked too much last 5 years. I'm 52 and same happens to me. Oh, I don't mind forgetting some people. Sometimes it's a blessing. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go live later, and I think I'm gonna do it later today. I'm gonna talk about this man out of Texas who's been charged with bigamy. He got charged on Monday, facing
Yeah.
10 years in prison, $100,000 fines, and then he's so stupid to tell the news people, I ain't married to none of them. Why are you not married to them? They got two pieces of paper with a divorce decree. This is a fool.
Man.
The news
Some
said,
people,
no, the news lied.
that's crazy.
They got two documents said you divorced, but yet you on wife number 4 since what, January, February? And the wife, look, the wife was scrolling Facebook and saw he was engaged to this woman. I thought I was gonna die.
That's so funny.
Ain't that crazy? You just scrolling Facebook, Lordy dog. Wait a minute, that's my husband. It was a wedding registry. What do you call a wedding registry?
Wedding
It
registry.
had a wedding registry on Facebook, and her husband is in the picture with the woman.
That's crazy, man.
Oh my God, she's going by the name Tammy. They hit her on the news. I got it on my community page if you want to watch the video. And so she's talking to the news, and she was like, "I had no idea." She's like, "Yeah, we've been separated for a while, but see, that's the thing about that. You start talking about 5 years, 7 years separated from somebody, you need to be trying to get a divorce."
Yeah, look, there's easy ways to do it. I remember back in the day, you could put an ad in the newspaper, public notice. Like, I fucking blah, 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 want to divorce this person. If anybody has anything to say about it, you can reply to this ad. 30 days goes by. Yeah, 30 days go by, no responses. You take it to court. It's as good as agreed. It's a good decree.
Okay,
public
so
notice.
but I'm saying, don't they have to contact the other person?
It would be contact the other person through the fucking newspaper
Ah, shit.
in the classifieds.
But you know that's not the way you're supposed to do it, Tacos. You're supposed
I
to
know
have
it ain't,
legal
but,
documents, have
back
a
in the
person
day,
served. You're supposed to serve papers when you're going to divorce a person.
Supposed to serve the papers.
Yeah, that's the legal ways to have them served.
You can't just move
anyway,
on and get married again.
Anyway, he's crazy.
Really nuts.
He knows he's been married to these women or not legally married, and he's caught. So to sit up here and say, I'm not married, is ridiculous.
A lot of states got common law, too. If you were a woman for so long, y'all are considered married.
Oh.
Or she has mail with your last name, blah, blah, blah.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, sir, you are caught. I'm sorry. Just accept it.
There ain't no way about it. You already got a bond of $100,000 bond?
But that lady, not a bond, no, he's facing $100,000 in fines.
Oh, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fines. So I'm gonna talk about that later today. So if you see me live, you're welcome to join me, okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I will definitely be looking.
Okay. I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much for joining me.
Have a blessed night.
Hey, and tell your friend Seth, disengage from these YouTubers and the panel, please.
I'm trying to walk them away from some of these people.
Yeah, it's time for him to just keep it moving.
Yeah, we need to keep this ball rolling. The momentum seems good.
Yeah. He did a good thing. He has his own channel now. He don't need to be dealing with these other folks.
Yeah.
That just keeps the chaos down, in my opinion. I mean, he's grown, he do what he wants. But I think the less YouTubers he deal with, the better off he'll be.
Yeah, less static.
Exactly, less static. Amen. All right, have a good day, sweetie.
Have a blessed night.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, that's Mr. Taco, Uncle Taco. Thank you all so much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Drop their comments below this video. Check out the shorts that I've uploaded yesterday and my recent content pertaining to Taylor Casey missing out of the Bahamas. I'm still talking about that subject matter. And P. Diddy has a 9th civil lawsuit on the books. And who else do I have? Just a lot of crazy nonsense going on. But those are the latest topics I've been discussing. But the next live stream is pertaining to a man who's been charged with bigamy out of the state of Texas. He's denying being married to any of these women. So that is the latest commentary coming out of Texas. So join me later this afternoon and we'll chop up that content. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $McAngie 129 Cash App, stickers and checks always welcome during the live stream. You all have been a great audience. Thank you for your time. You have been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.